yesterday opened its registration portal for the 2025-2026 service year with a new digital system designed to enhance transparency, security, and efficiency in the registration and deployment process. So I'm going to take you through 8 key things every prospective national service personnel should know. 1. There's a new Central Service Management Platform, CSMP. So the National Service Authority has launched a new digital platform, that's the Central Service Management Platform, CSMP, to replace the old system. The platform goes live on Wednesday, October 8th, which is today, and will streamline registration, verification, and payments. This new system follows a technical and forensic audit ordered by President John Dramani Mahama, which revealed flaws in the previous database. The second thing that you should know is that all previous registrations have been declared invalid. And so all registrations conducted in June 2025 have been declared null and void. The decision was made after discrepancies, including age-related inconsistencies, were discovered. So the National Service Authority has assured that legitimate applicants will be refunded any service fees already paid. So there's no cause for worry here. Let's go on to the third thing. That's the registration period and official portal. The registration window opens from Wednesday, October 8th, today, to Wednesday, October 15th, next week, Wednesday, 2025. And so prospective service personnel are required to register only through the new official website, www.gnsa.gov.gh. Now let's look at the service year, which commences in November. The 2025-2026 National Service Year begins on Saturday, November 1, 2025, when personnel are expected to report to their stations. Official duties, however, commence on Monday, November 3, 2025. The fifth key point is that new financial and payroll reforms have been enrolled. So to ensure timely payments and eliminate fraud, which is key, the National Service Authority has implemented a new IT reform and internal controls. The authority is collaborating with the Controller and Accountant General's Department to strengthen financial oversight and conduct periodic efficiency audits. Okay, so these reforms aim to make payments or to make payroll fraud a thing of the past. There's also a focus on employment and skills development. The National Service Authority is introducing a skills capacity training program to provide graduates with practical as well as soft skills for post-service employability. This initiative forms part of the Secretariat's plan to make the service year more career-oriented and impact-driven, unlike the Do Service and Go and Sleep. The seventh thing is that expanded posters and pathways. So beyond traditional placements, the National Service Authority will roll out new service modules, including Youth in Agriculture, a partnership with Agri Impact Limited, which offers hands-on training and funding opportunities. So good news there. Now, the community improvement programs, that's the CIP, will cover public health, sanitation, literacy, and voter education. Now, there's some PPPs in there, so private sector partnerships, which will link graduates to local and international job opportunities. The final one, the 8th point, is the access to guidelines and support. So comprehensive registration guidelines and FAQs will be available on the NSS website starting Tuesday, October 7th. That was yesterday. So prospective personnel are encouraged to read all instructions carefully before completing their registration. This is important. Read all the instructions carefully. The National Service Authority has reiterated its commitment to promoting efficiency, accountability, and innovation within the National Service Scheme to ensure that every graduate service year contributes meaningfully to Ghana's development. Now, there's some good news. Okay, the acting DG of the authority yesterday mentioned that there's a possibility of an increase in the service allowance. So prospective national service personnel, be on the lookout for that possible increase. Although no percentage was mentioned, she did indicate that there's some increase in the offering. I mean, engagements are far advanced to ensure that this increase sees the light of day. But for us, it is important that the payroll fraud within the National Service Scheme is eliminated. And so we hope that this new system will help us achieve that. So kudos to the authority, peace, shalom. Now, I told you that we're going to the Northern region. Yes, indeed, on the 25th and the 26th of October, we're going to the Tamale Sports Stadium for the Northern Business Fair, okay? Now, this fair is seeking to bring people engaged in food and packaging, manufacturing services, NGOs, crafts, textiles and apparels, fast-moving consumer goods, that's the FMCGs. If you are in this space, if you are within this business, if you are an innovator, you're a service provider, a manufacturer, please, this is your opportunity to showcase your products to the rest of the world. This time not in Accra, or not from Accra, this time from the Northern region, the Tamale Sports Stadium. So we want you to be part of the Northern Business Fair. So call us now, 0205-973-973, 0205-973-973. Be part of the Northern Business Fair. The earlier you call, the better. So call and, of course, make payments and secure you a slot to be part of the Northern Business Fair, which is happening on the 25th and 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium in the Northern region. We want you to be a part of it. The number to call is 0205-973-973, 0205-973-973. All right, we want to say thank you to our sponsors. Of course, the Northern Business Fair is brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. I want to say thank you to EcoBank, thank you to Side Hustle, thank you to the Ghana Enterprises Agency, as well as the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, GEPA. Thank you all so much for being part of the Northern Business Fair. And for you, we hope to see you on the 25th and the 26th of October at the Tamale Sports Stadium, 9 a.m. each day. Let's showcase Ghanaian ingenuity to the rest of the world. We're taking you all the way to the beautiful Sahara of the North, where we get to bring you some Ghanaian ingenuity. So be part of the fair. Don't miss out. But in the meantime, go onto the Google Play Store and download the Channel 1 News app, okay, where you get relevant, accurate, factual, straight-to-the-point news, okay? No libi-libi, no laba-laba. We are not wasting anybody's time there. So download the Google, the Channel 1 News app from the Google Play Store and literally have the news in your pocket, all right? Let's get into our dailies this morning. Quite a number of the papers have gone to press this morning, and so we have a number of stories on the front pages. We're going to run through them real quick, real snappy. I'll start off with the Ghanaian Times newspaper, Tamale to the world. I told you we're going to Tamale, but Tamale has brought us something wonderful. And guess what? It's the University of Development Studies winning the World Cup in China. And yesterday they presented a trophy to His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama. Ghanaian Times is reporting and says, Tamale to the world, President Mahama lauds UDS on World University Games triumph. All right. Chairman Wontumi pleads not guilty in court. We understand he's still behind bars. He's yet to meet the bail requirements. Hopefully his lawyers are able to secure the bail for him today. And then what I alluded to earlier, 2025-2026 National Service applicants to reapply. That's according to the National Service Authority. Sandvik Mining expands to Cote d'Ivoire. Sandvik Mining expands to Cote d'Ivoire. And this one says, we are not land guards. Chief of Katamanso rejects claims. That's Tache Nilaye Akwete, the 10th Chief of Katamanso. For those of us who know him, we call him Lion. Lion. That's the front page of the Ghanaian Times. A few stories on the back page as well. 600,000 Ghana cedis climate resilient wash project launched in Upper East region. And then you have Ghana observes World Food Day on October 16. So that's the Ghanaian Times newspaper this morning. Let me take you to the Daily Guide. Front page. Wontumi arrested again. 25 million cedis bail for mining offenses. Wontumi arrested again. 25 million Ghana cedis for mining offenses. CID rescues 110 foreigners from QNet scam. Gold board nabs 6 in illegal gold deal. Accra submerged under flood waters. Okay. 1 killed in bloody chieftaincy clash. That's the front page of the Daily Guide. I wanted to comment on the flooding issue, but I think it gets tiring. It gets tiring. So, yeah, let's leave it at that. Hopefully, there's some respite at the end of the day. The Chronicle newspaper is here. Says 8 pump action guns, 25 excavators retrieved from Akonta mines. Court told. 8 pump action guns, 25 excavators retrieved from Akonta mines. Court told. My lord, I am not guilty. Chairman Wontumi tells judge. Know how the mighty have fallen. My lord, I am not guilty. Chairman Wontumi tells judge. Galamsey, state of emergency must still be declared. That's according to a group. When you get a copy of the paper, you know which group is saying this. There's an editorial in there that says IGP must reward performing officers. IGP must reward performing officers. Our scripture for today, Proverbs 26:26. His malice may be concealed by deception, but his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. Proverbs 26:26. His malice may be concealed by deception, but his wickedness will be exposed in the assembly. May the Lord bless the reading of his word. Let me take you to the news center. Legal battle looms between rural bank CEOs and BOG. Legal battle looms between rural bank CEOs and BOG. Well, this has to do with the tenure of office of CEOs of rural banks. And there's a directive by the Bank of Ghana. The CEOs are unhappy with this directive. They're asking that the Bank of Ghana revises same because, according to them, per this directive, in the next 6 months, almost all the experienced CEOs of rural banks may phase out of the system. Okay, we'll see how that goes. Right, ex-BOG Deputy Governor wins inaugural Oxford Fellowship. Ex-BOG Deputy Governor wins inaugural fellowship. That's from Oxford Fellowship, yes. Who is blocking Rectron deal? Sidelining $1.15 billion rescue package for $50 million Telecel Electrum Vodacom offer. Hey, I think we need to look inside well. Sidelining $1.15 billion rescue package for $50 million Telecel Electrum Vodacom offer. Well, we'll see. 25 million CDs bail, 5 sureties kept Wontumi in custody. 25 million CD bail, 5 sureties kept Wontumi in custody. BOG to sell $1.15 billion for gold purchases. BOG to sell $1.15 billion for gold purchases. Hey, there's a lot of $1.15 billion this morning. The publisher says ownership of Bogosu Pristia mine, Heath Goldfields defends takeover. I'm reading from the Ghanaian publisher now. Ownership of Bogosu Pristia mine, Heath Goldfields defends takeover. Wontumi placed on stop list. Backbench strikes, no money, no sitting. And Dame rubbishes Jakba's claims. That's the Ghanaian publisher. So from the Ghanaian publisher, we'll go to the new publisher. The new publisher says, order by court, Wontumi can't leave Ghana. Placed on 25 million CD bail, struggles to meet bail terms. Order by court, Wontumi can't leave Ghana. Placed on 25 million CD bail, struggles to meet bail terms. NPP UK clarifies Ochredako's comments on Ashanti MPs. And then you have government in Galamsey publicity stunt, says minority. Government in Galamsey publicity stunt, says minority. So that's the new publisher for this morning. The Herald is here. Herald says Mahama government tightens excavator import controls to combat Galamsey. Mahama government tightens excavator import controls to combat Galamsey. Kumasi governor Wontumi on 25 million CD bail for destroying 13 hectares of forest reserve and water pollution. Abba. NIMOS task force cracks down on illegal mining in Western region. NIMOS task force cracks down on illegal mining in Western region. Ayikwe Otu, others presented fake evidence to defend Tokonu. Domelevo claims. Well, we've heard from Ayikwe Otu, who has, dismissed this said claim by Yao Domelevo. BOG to sell 1.15 billion US dollars this month. BOG to sell 1.15 billion US dollars this month. So that's the Herald newspaper. Now the Informer says, war on Galamsey. Let's talk. More action. Government told. Oponfosu grabs AGCC top job. NPP 2024 defeat. Religion, tribe played no role. That's according to Osei Chairman Sabonsu. Race for NPP standard bearer. Don't hold mistakes of others against me. Baumia to delegates. And lack of funds cripples parliament. House forced to extend recess. So that's the Informer newspaper. The Custodian is next. Custodian says, broke parliament in slow motion. Repeal of Galamsey law in limbo. Broke parliament in slow motion. Repeal of Galamsey law in limbo. Dame trashes Richard Jakpa's vile claims. Baumia pays bills of sick children on birthday. CPS picks Edusa Akode as executive director. And stop tricking Ghanaians on Galamsey. Minority tells Mahama. So that's the Custodian newspaper. The Inquisitor. Falsehood over road project. Ashanti NPP MPs whip Gabi. Falsehood over road project. Ashanti NPP MPs whip Gabi. Gold Board task force grabs 4 for illegal gold buying. Okuapehima addresses media today. And then there's an issue coming up, involvement of huge political figures from Amenfi areas in Galamsey. So that's according to the Inquisitor newspaper. Daily Analyst says, Wuntumi Akonta Mining face charges over Galamsey in Tano Nimiri Forest. 29th GJ Awards, Gabriel Bosom-Pem chairs Awards Committee. GJ President urges journalists to champion maritime security reporting. National Service cancels June online registration. Junior doctors suspend nationwide withdrawal of services. And in the Western region, NIMOS storms Galamsey hideouts. So that's the Daily Analyst. All right, let me bring you some business stories from the Business and Financial Times, BNFT. Ghana, Niger, renewed trade pact to boost transit corridor efficiency. Ghana, Niger, renewed trade pact to boost transit corridor efficiency. BOG steps up banking oversight. Energy leaders to chart path for sustainable power sector as pre-GEF round table. Output decreases despite ongoing new order growth. Business activity falls for first time in 3 months. New orders continue to rise and business confidence strengthens. Renewed increase in input cost. Standard Chartered celebrates clients as Customer Service Week commences. And then you have 9.4% inflation sounds good. But can citizens feel the victory? All right, let me take you online now and bring you some online stories. I'm starting from channel1newsonline.com. Channel1newsonline.com. NPP race. Polls will show Kwabena Japan leading by January. That's according to the campaign team of Kwabena Japan. Again, Kwabena Japan is NPP's best bet for 2028 victory, still according to his campaign team. We can't absorb fuel prices or fuel price increases anymore. That's according to the GPRTU, who are warning of an increase in transport fares if fuel prices continue to increase. Police probe robbery and murder at Abesim filling station. Wuntumi Akonta Mining official secure 10 million CD bail each in Tano Nimiri illegal mining trial. And then again, Wuntumi Akonta Mining face new Galamsey charges in Tano Nimiri Forest case. National Service orders re-registration on October 8 as June exercise cancelled. When you go to Takwa, court remands 12 railway wreckers. Those irresponsible human beings who went digging under the railway, they've been remanded by the court. American, Moroccan, and 4 Ghanaians arrested for 2.2 million CD illegal gold trade. And then you have court grants Wuntumi 15 million Ghana cedis bail in Galamsey case. Galamsey worsened under Mahama. That's according to Adumaku Kisi, a former member of parliament. Let me jump to citynewsroom.com real quick and bring you some stories from there as well. Citynewsroom.com. What are they leading with? BOG to inject $1.15 billion into forex market to stabilize cedi. BOG to inject $1.15 billion into forex market to stabilize cedi. Oral, that's Operation Recover or Loot. Lack of prosecutions for 9 months, unacceptable. That's according to the former Auditor General, Domelevo. Motorcycle couriers petition IGP over police harassment and roadblocks. Then you have Haruna Idrusu slams NAT president for advising teachers to pursue female colleagues. I found that quite interesting, but we'll deal with it on another day. IGP visits injured officer at Sampa clash. After Sampa clash, deploys reinforcement. Vote based on ability, not money, Kwame Japon's team tells NPP delegates. I am shocked Ayikwe Otu denies Domelevo's fake evidence claim. So you go online and you get details of these stories and several others, citynewsroom.com as well as channel1newsonline.com. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. I have one question. What has become of the investigations into that tragic, unfortunate helicopter crash? Do we have any answers yet? How far has the investigations traveled? Think about this while we take a break. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. We'll be right back.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why you are share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or haunting no complaints now, baby. Into the fair no tomb.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story. And we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel One television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel One TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality. In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel One TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel One TV and let's grow together.
Hello again. Grateful that you stayed on with us. This is Breakfast Daily here on Channel One Television. It's time for the news review segment. But we'd like to remind you that we're still in the Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It's Pink October. Go get checked, all right? If you feel some pain or a lump in your breast, please have it checked. Early detection leads to prevention, all right? It's also Cybersecurity Awareness Month, and so stay with us as we roll out a series of engagements with experts and analysts to help you stay safe within the cyberspace. We've dubbed it a safer you, so be on the lookout for some of the tidbits that will be dropping on the show to help you stay safe within the cyberspace. I have three gentlemen seated in studio with me to help me digest the various issues that will be rolling out this morning. To my immediate right, I have Engineer Michael Kosi Dede. Seated next to him is Wanda Madilo of the National Democratic Congress, NDC. And then we have Dennis Miracles Abuaje of the New Patriotic Party, NPP. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. It's good to have you. We have a number of issues this morning. Let's start off with the issue of the fight against illegal mining. The NPP Ashanti Regional Chairman, Bernard Nchibu has found himself behind bars again for failing to meet bail conditions set for him. After appearing in court yesterday, his plea was taken. This is in regards to the activities of his Akonta mining, two separate cases, one involving the Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve and other on general destruction of water bodies and forest reserves. So we're going to go straight into it. Engineer, let me start off from you. Progress being made, or is just the usual, if you like, what the politicians will say, witch hunting?
No, again, is it coincidental that the issues on mining, NIMOS and then Akonta mining are coming immediately after a meeting with the CSOs? That's a question anyone who is pessimistic about the process would ask, because we haven't seen a consistent pattern of stopping the process since the government took office.
But both instances you mentioned were also highlighted during that engagement with the CSOs.
Yes, but
the Attorney General did tell us that Wontumi should appear before the CID. After he did, he's been put before court.
Yes, but you see, the major commitment this government made was that they were going to repeal a certain act. Has that happened?
Again, the Attorney General mentioned there that a new LI is being promulgated to repeal this 2462.
You see, the
The
consistent
challenge, however, is
postponement-
that Parliament has postponed its.
You see, so the consistent postponement of the repeal of that law in itself questions the integrity of the government or the sincerity of the government towards the process. But yes, if Akonta mine has illegally mined in the forest reserve and has done certain acts that are against the law, they must be prosecuted. There's no question about that. So the question again is, why is it taking so long? One, someone asked a legitimate question. What happened to the first issue of the Nimri forest? What happened to that case? Why did the documents disappear? Are we taking steps to find out who are responsible for making that document disappear? Because you see, the fight against Galamsey should not just be one-off. There must be a consistent pattern of seeking justice in itself. So if we have public officials who will make documents disappear when it suits a particular government or it suits certain people, we need to investigate those processes so that our public officials do not think that they can do anything they want and get away with it. So I am also interested in not just prosecuting Akonta mine for some illegal activity, but also finding out what happens in our court systems, where documents can disappear at will and reappear again. We should not tolerate that because that is the last resort for anybody who seeks justice in this country. So if I were to go to court and accuse somebody, they can hide my documents and then tell me that, look, we have to start the process all over again, or the case then hangs forever. So one, it is important that we fight the Galamsey process. We must be consistent. So I see that he's being charged for illegally mining and then facilitating mining or in a forest reserve. But also in the process of confiscation, they seized guns. What happens to those guns? Are they licensed? How come consistently arms are being found with people in the forest? Are we building up militias? These are things that we need to look at more thoroughly so that we just don't go in there and say, oh, we have seized guns, and then nobody is charged for illegal possession of guns, and then we walk away. So I think these things, we need to look at it thoroughly and ensure that all the things that need to be done are done to deter people from going to invade our forests and damaging our water bodies. So in essence, I think that the effort or the prosecution is necessary if truly he has been found, there are proper charges and allegations against him. I don't think there's anything wrong with the process. It's just that the timing and everything seems to say that, oh, we are doing something, and then in a few months again, everything dies down. The very things that we say are consistent should be done. And I think that our governments need to be sincere with us because they've become more adept at distraction than doing things that are consistent.
Right. Wanda, let me come to you. Indeed, the government mentioned that it was going to prosecute Chairman Wontumi for some alleged illegal mining crimes. It also mentioned the promulgation of a new LI to repeal the LI 2462. Then also we tied into the raids by NIMOS and the fact that some over 100 illegal miners have surrendered to NIMOS. Is this the progress you promised? And are you walking the talk?
Well, first of all, I have some preliminary comments to make before this issue. I have observed on your social media portals that when we come here and we make submissions, then your whatever editor, whoever you call it, decides to pick what he wants to put out. And it's always about an attack on government without government response, especially when there's somebody on the show who has responded to that issue. I think it's unfair to go on your portal and see only the complaint being made without the response. And it's been consistent. And I've had many people talk about this. Myself, I took time to go and study it, and I've seen it. I think whoever is in charge of your whatever, when we talk, when there's an argument raised and there's a response, have a balanced view on your program, on your show, on your
Is this
portal.
Are you referring to the story cards?
Yeah, the story cards.
Or the news items of the articles
the
on the
story cards is what I'm very much
The story
about.
cards cannot have everything on there. That's
Yeah,
why it
but-
refers you to a story on the web portal.
So the
that has
story
the
cannot
details.
have anything, but it has some things there.
Yeah, it cannot
Why
have
not?
everything.
Why not the response from government?
So the story itself will have the response in there. So there's a barcode on the story cards that you have to scan.
I see a certain
that sends you to the
consistent
story.
mischief. It's not once, it's not twice. It's been like that for all this while, and it has to stop. It has to stop
I don't know
because
about mischief, but
I see it as mischief because it's been consistent. Well, I see it as mischief because it's inconsistent, and you need to. You need to. Oh, you're now moderating the show.
We have heard.
You're now moderating the show.
I don't know about mischief.
And so I think
if you say you've studied, you know that the story cards
already
can
on this
cross.
show. Already on the
Make your
show.
point.
Already on the show. Every time we come here, is one person from the NDC.
You think so?
And two people on the other side who seem to be speaking from the same angle.
You think so?
So I know.
But this is
I
unfair.
But let's go. Let's go.
Hold on.
It's not unfair. It's
Hold on.
real. Everybody
This
knows
is
it.
a very high level of disrespect
no.
to the engineer. It's wrong.
Hold on.
How is your disrespect to him?
Yesterday,
Can you just make your
Yeah,
point
yesterday-
without-
I'm not talking about my
yesterday on this
show.
show.
No, hold on. I'm not talking about my show.
yesterday on this same show.
I'm not talking about me on the
messages,
show, but that's
messages
it's
that came.
consistent.
Listen, yesterday on this same
Go
show,
ahead.
messages that came in. This one is from ABT Abe from Sunyani Kotokrom. Good morning, Anatufo. Your 2-1 team today, especially Prof, are not discussing the issues. The two on NDC side takes every opportunity to
Talking
let
about one event.
Go-
Even those watching
hold
us
on,
in the
hold on,
studio
hold
know
on,
what we are talking
hold
about.
on.
Let's make progress.
I'll give you another message. Good morning, Anna.
Why are you reading
Are
one
sure
messages for me?
No,
For only yesterday's
seriously.
event.
Good morning, Anna. Are you sure your neutral commentator, Mr. Larry, is neutral? Because he seems to be NDC affiliated. His narrative seems to be dissenting. So I don't know what you are talking
He's
about.
not himself.
But let's make progress.
his own
Let's
house.
make progress.
I'm
Let's make
saying
progress.
what's
Let's
out
make
there.
progress. These accusations will fly, but it's okay.
They are not accusations. They
No,
are
you
Let's
make
observations.
let him make
progress.
his
Don't
point.
see it as an accusation.
It's anymore.
Right, let's deal with illegal mining. Are
no.
we winning the fight or not?
I believe sincerely that we're making good progress. And he talked about consistency. I believe also that if at the time Galamsey became Galamsey, when it started threatening our water bodies, threatening lives, threatening livelihoods, and all the things we were suffering, if we all took it as serious as it is today, maybe we would have made some good progress. I do not believe that Galamsey will be solved overnight. I also don't believe that it will be an event. I believe that it's a process, and we all know that it's a process. And it's going to take some urgent, consistent, persistent, and political will to prosecute some of these issues. Rather than denying the possibility, rather than denying the truth of Galamsey, we should be confronting it frontally. I don't know why people will want to read meanings into the president's meeting of the CSOs at the same time what is coming up now. And I stated last week when we came on the show that the president's meeting with the CSO was one, to solicit their views, two, to communicate what is being done, three, what will be done, and then also finally to indicate that some areas have been designated as security zones. And therefore, even if you are a media person going to such areas, you will need some legitimate permission in order to go into some of those areas. And so the president has walked the talk, in my view. As for Wontumi's case about going to court, it's been an ongoing matter. The AG only decided to go to court at this time. In fact, the AG actually communicated when they will be going to court on Wontumi's matter before the president even met the CSO. So it cannot be a coincidence. It can only be a coincidence that some of these things are happening at this time. Last week on this same show, there were questions about, oh, we promised that you're going to go for high-profile, kingpins in the industry and all that. Why are you not going for them and all that? I don't know who is a high-profile or kingpin. I only know that there are major Galamsey and illegal miners, and then there are also minor ones like those young ones with the artisanal, using their hands and all that. And there are people who also have concessions legitimately, who are also abusing the terms of the agreement or the terms of their lease or the terms of the permits they have. And one of those happened to be the MPP former Ashanti. Oh, currently still at post. Ashanti Regional Chairman. Unfortunate to say, but it is what it is. The law has no respect for persons and your status and all that. We have been in this country where a former president of the republic was hounded and asked to report to the BNI and Yoko and all that. So it cannot be the case that somebody is bigger than the law and therefore must be treated separately or with a different, approach and all that. We've had former ministers go to BNI, Yoko. We've had them go to court. Kesel Forsen has been in court and all that and all that. So I'm not seeing this as any attempt to shut mouths or to shut opposition and all that. It is actually the plan of government that some of these things are prosecuted to serve as deterrent, to also serve as a signal to those who are intending, who think that they have political will. Now, even if, and I've also had accusations saying that NDC people are involved in Galamsey and all that, we won't be in power forever, and that is the truth. NDC may not be in power forever, and therefore the wheels of justice, they say, grind slowly. If anybody is found, and you think that we are shielding them, it's just a matter of time. The day of reckoning will come, and some of these people will have to give account of, their stewardship or otherwise while in government. And so I'm very particularly excited about this. The 9 months arrest and all that is good for our country. I have always stated that Galamsey is not something you should plan too much ahead when you want to do an operation. It must be spontaneous, it must be without notice, and it must also be forceful. And if we can manage information well security-wise, some of these things would have stopped. But you see, if you communicate, tomorrow we are going to be in Western region, are we fools? If I'm in Galamsey to wait for you to come and meet me, we would have even packed our things, even dug a hole, cover it up, and then walk out of the place. Then when you are out, we go back in. It should be spontaneous, and it should be based on good tip-offs, and then security alignment in all this matter. So good progress is being made in the Western region. I'm happy that some of these things are happening. We need to replicate this. And I have also stated that because we are confronting Galamsey at I always use the word global, but not global, at a national level, sometimes we get overwhelmed. How many security officers do you really have to deploy? How many police officers do you really have to deploy? How many equipment do you really have to deploy to all this area? And you're talking about some 43 major Galamsey areas in this country. And if you're even deploying, say, 100 of them, you're talking about 4,300 on the go for military alone. And then where the logistics of car, of their feeding, of their place to stay and all that, it will take some work. And I've always stated that one of the ways I think, in my view, is that whilst the Galamsey fight is going on in some areas, intensify it in the pilot areas, like half of the 43. Let's intensify those. Let's reclaim that. Let's get that on course and then replicate that in the other place. Some useful lessons, some useful lessons would have been learned by that. The learning curve would have been sharper for all of us if you use that approach and then you replicate that from the lessons you have learned in the first place in the other places. Again, the places where Galamsey is ongoing are not static. People think that, because let's say it is Channel 1 here, and so Channel 1 here, we've stopped and that's the end. Virtually almost the whole area of Tesano, you are located in Tesano, maybe a Galamsey site. However, the illegal activity is going on only here. You catch them here, they go to the other place. Because it's illegal. They don't need permit to go to the next place. So it looks as though it seems to be one event that you tackle here and then it appears on the other side. That is why there's a need to declare the state of emergency, as the president said that. He's considering it. The Attorney General has given advice. The security officers have also given advice. It will be the last option. And so it means that it's being considered. People have raised questions about repeal the LI, repeal the LI, repeal the LI. Let me today try to explain some of these things clearly. It's good to repeal the LI. But you see, you cannot live in a vacuum. When we repeal an LI, all the people who got mining concessions from when the LI was introduced in 2021.
The LI was, I think, 2018. 2022.
I guess, yeah.
The LI 2462.
Yes.
Yes, 2022.
At the time he became presidential staffer.
No,
that's the time you became presidential staffer. So that no, he was actually in charge of local government.
If you knew,
so he made the LI.
No, I mean today they are calling.
Was the chairman.
Today they are calling. They are calling. No, he became presidential staffer in charge of local government. Today, people are making phone calls. People are making people are calling for the local government.
You had MPs who had oversight.
Can I make?
It was actually in 2022.
Yes, I said it. So you move on. I made it. I said that already. So in 2022, at the time when we hit the height of Galamsey, I mean, today people are calling, and the reason I made that reference, people are calling for the MMDCs to be responsible, and that it should be part of the KPI. That is their measuring standards, and that's why I just brought that on the side. So the LI, in repeal of the LI, one of the things that will happen if you repeal the LI without a replacement or without provision for those who have it legally, will mean that there will be a huge loss to the state. What is that loss? There will be judgment debts because you give me a license, and all of a sudden you say, and I have invested. Would you pay me back?
You know
hold on.
You know this before you put it in your 120 days social contract.
Hold on. So to do that, you need a replacement. You repeal, and then there's an immediate replacement, so that those who got concessions even under, legitimately under the old one, can continue to be in business. This is where the issue is. It doesn't take overnight to introduce a new bill in Parliament. It doesn't. Hold on.
The challenge here is that you listen to me. The expectation was that you would have come prepared.
Can you listen to me? I'm making my point.
Please go ahead.
Is it not better late than never?
It is.
What about the one who introduced it? You are not concerned about the one who introduced it in 2022 and left power in 2024. You are not concerned about that. You're only concerned about you're only concerned about the 8 months. You are concerned about the 8 months in office when it was not done. Even within that 8 months, how many of those months did Parliament sit? So please, let's be real with some of these assumptions that we make.
But the real question is, you knew this before you made the promise.
But is it happening? Has the Attorney General stated that it's happening? Yes or no?
Has it happened?
It will take an event to happen.
Put it in a 120-day social contract.
Will it happen at all? Are there steps for it to happen? Are you only interested in the fact that it hasn't happened yesterday, so it means it won't happen? Or you are interested in the progress?
How long will it take to happen?
But the Attorney General has already stated that when Parliament resumes, they would lay it back, and then it's sorted. I don't think this is a problem. You see, the challenge is not even about the LI, and I think that is where we need to face it. Are you telling me that the people who are doing the thing illegally were people who had licenses? If that's the case, like the Akonta mining case, then we have a legitimate cause. But to assume that the people who got licenses and that the LI are the people who are mining illegally or mining wrongly, then we should be blaming the MPP.
I'm from the mountains. I don't know gold.
Blaming the MPP.
It's okay.
So I think we are making some good progress.
It's okay.
Like in the Frimpong Boating report, one of the recommendations he made, which I buy into, he said that we must depoliticize the fight against Galamsey.
That I agree.
It's true. So let's not go into the tangent of, it was MPP, it was NDC, whoever. At the end of the day, our country is on the brink. At the end of the day, livelihoods are lost. At the end of the day, lives are at stake. At the end of the day, diseases, which we haven't seen yet,
which do not know MPP or NDC.
Yeah, we're beginning to see people born with deformities out of this Galamsey. How long are we going to be having the debate about you should have repealed it, you didn't repeal it, you should have done this, you didn't do that? I mean, then sometimes we are told that we should go for the kingpins. When we go for the kingpins, they say it's a coincidence. They say, it cannot be a coincidence. They say, we are doing politics.
So they should stop complaining and allow you to work.
Allow us to work. And
you are working.
Sure.
Very well. Wonder. Thank you.
That very well.
Dennis, why are you clapping?
He's very excited.
I'm tired for him.
He's very
You know why I'm tired for him?
Why?
Because this is like the 4th week straight that he has to be defending. No. 4th week straight.
But there's nothing wrong in defending.
Okay, you don't. He's been talking for 45 minutes.
This is how long is the show?
How long is the entire show? Dennis.
See, Nana, first of all, let me tell Wanda and the NDC something. This democracy that we have, they are going to suffer. The suffering is that they are going to hear from the people every day.
Right.
They can't choose to hear what they want to hear, and they can't determine that. The NDC are so jittery that in the last just 9 months out of your God knows how many, it's left with 1,158 days.
I am still keeping up with
every day.
The man is campaigning. You say what?
1,158 days. They are going to hear from the people every day.
We're ready.
He's sitting here and attacking your editors and attacking your.
I didn't
I
attack.
beg you. I sat here quietly.
When I was making that, you were
No, because
interjecting.
I beg you.
You were interjecting.
Okay, you make your
So
point.
let
and
me
I'll-
interject.
Can I speak?
Please allow him to
Can I speak
make
now?
his point.
Attacking them about video cards and whatever. You know what we'll do? I think after the show, before he leaves, take him to the production room, let him point out the ones he feels that you should put out.
If that works for
See,
you.
these guys, I don't know what's wrong with them. You made noise, spoke. Every day you were all over the place, government days. Which government has suffered since 1992 than the Akufo-Addo government from 2022 to 2024? Tell me, which government?
Oh, sorry.
Suffered. Which government had seen protest 1 week non-stop in the middle of Accra? Which government? Why do they all of a sudden in 9 months want to tell us what to do? He's here telling us what to do. They are on social media attacking Joy News and telling them which picture to use for flyers and which one not to use. They are attacking Joy News on which production they should do and which one they shouldn't do. Ahoy, Mr. Ahoy is calling into TV shows live and telling them to shut up and not discuss certain issues. You know, it won't stop. Unfortunately, they are wasting their time. Nobody is going to keep quiet because NDC says so. We are going to talk from now till the end of 1,158 days because that is all the people can do. They don't have the power. They don't have the mandate. They don't have the control. So they can't do much other than to talk and express themselves. So they should calm down. This won't go anywhere. The editors, they will cut what they want to cut. They will put what they want to. If he doesn't want it, he should go to Wezo TV. There, he can tell them what to do. This is City, an independent media house. See,
Channel 1 TV.
Do you know Channel 1 TV? Do you know the one of the channels that made the Akufo-Addo suffer most with Galamsey? It is this channel. This channel. They made the Akufo-Addo suffer most. In fact, this channel brought this whole Galamsey thing on top of Akufo-Addo's head in February 2017. By first week in April 2017, this channel had led a formation of a media coalition against Galamsey. That was Akufo-Addo in 3 months. And you are talking about 9 months and you are here crying and wailing. Cry babies. We
haven't cried. We made an observation.
Cry babies in government. Keep your observation. People have built their own media.
So we can't talk again.
Why are you interjecting? I allow you to say this.
You did. Sometimes you're on that topic and you want me to interject because when I was saying that's what you did.
Your point has been well
that's what he did. So
people have spent years to build their media houses. You don't come.
We are discussing
you even have an opportunity to come and sit here. You know how much it costs for 1 hour to buy airtime to express government views. If you want to have government views expressed, go and buy the airtime and government can speak and say whatever they want to say.
Let's deal with the Galamsey. Let's deal with
why are you cutting me when he was talking about that? Did I ask him to bring that topic?
It's fine. It's
fine.
Now,
discussing media.
Now, let's come to, you see, people like Wanda, sometimes I sympathize with them because they understand the issues. Wanda is a policy guy. He's a policy guy, very sharp policy guy. I know him and I know his friends. Some of them are my friends, very intelligent group of people. Unfortunately, because of the side he belongs to, sometimes you see him moving around, and this morning you see him contradicting himself, contradicting his party, Oh, I beg you. But if you're going to do this, you go to... Right.
I'm on the show. No, let's get this straight. You see, I am on the show. So if you say something I haven't said, that is the part your guys will cut.
That's
the part they
see where you're going.
Note down your points. So that you can respond.
Contradicting himself, and I'll show you where the contradictions are. Don't worry. So you see, I think the government has taken off. At least in the past 4 weeks, since the last 4 weeks when we, peaked with these agitations, I think they've taken off. I mean, when they came to ask us for evidence and we took them to the evidence and we showed them, I think indeed, it looks as if they were waiting for the evidence. And now everybody across the country is sending them evidence. People are taking pictures of railway lines. People are showing pictures of pipe-borne water. Like, the entire country is now woke, against Galamsey. And the pressure on them is pressure that they themselves bought. Like, they paid for it. This is not pressure that somebody somewhere at Channel 1 is bringing. They paid. Because this is pressure that they themselves cooked when they were in opposition. And the people are simply serving it to them, except that it's really hot. And they are hoping that it cools down before they eat it. But no, there's no time. You see, Galamsey is a big threat. Today in Ghana, there's nothing threatening the survival of this country than Galamsey. And the impact has tripled.
the Galamsey situation has worsened in the past 9 months. And it is one of the reasons why people are alarmed, especially when people had so much hope that this is a government that was coming to change the course of the fight against Galamsey, and they don't see that. That's why people are agitating. And I beg Wanda to accept that is the only reason why people are probably mounting fire, because you raised their hopes to a certain point, and they had a certain confidence that you're going to do something extraordinary different from what the Akufo-Addo government was doing, which you were always criticizing. So if they are not seeing that, they will complain. And that for me is something that they need to admit. You see, every day he talks about Professor Frimpong Boateng's report. I never believed in that report. But since he has believed in it, I am saying that let's work with it. Professor Frimpong Boateng's report told us, and today it's manifesting as to why Galamsey has worsened in 9 months. On page 13 is there. The report clearly indicated.
Page 13,
yes, it's there. It's in the report. The page 13 clearly indicated that there are more NDC people in illegal mining than any other. It's there, like verbatim, black and white. No matter the context, that is what it said. What it means is that if today we are seeing Galamsey escalated in 9 months, probably that report gave us an indication. Now, what government needs to do is to stop excuses and stop asking for time, because nobody has time. Look at the screen. Nobody has time. The situation is dire. And you made specific promises to the people. At least implement those promises. Let them not work. The people who are actually admit that you have made an effort. But in a situation where you've not done even the things that you said you would do, people will talk. And for me, that's something that they have to, you know. And I keep saying that the NDC, they've boxed themselves into a corner where now they themselves are crying and asking us to pardon them. And that's where the contradiction came in. You see, Wanda makes a point which I've always agreed with him. I have always wondered the logic in anybody using licenses as a reason for illegal mining. I have never, like, it's one of the most illogical conversation, illogical talk anybody will make. That the fact that there is a regulatory regime, the fact that there are licenses being issued rather, is what engendered illegality. That those who are perpetrating the illegality came to queue for a license. And then they got the license to go and perpetrate the illegality. But that's a debate, an argument they themselves brought up. They are the proponents of that argument. So when I hear him today making that same argument that when people are talking about repeal of the LI, he's wondering, because is it the case that the license is what led them? I agree with him. And that's what I've been saying from day one. He's only realizing it today because they are failing to fulfill their own promise. That's what I meant by the contradiction. Because we didn't bring it up. It is his party who said that Nana Akufo-Addo's government had issued out licenses. And that is why there is illegality. There is Galamsey. So when they come, within the first 120 days, they will repeal the law. So when I even hear the Lands and Natural Resources Minister talk about, we've identified some 250 licenses and we revoke, I said no. Revoke all licenses. Cancel all licenses. Terminate all licenses. That for me should be the first stop, the first start. Because you are a believer in the principle that licenses engenders Galamsey, illegality. So if you are a believer in that, then you can't terminate some. Terminate all small-scale licenses. Because I disagreed with you, and I still disagree. But you believe in it. So do what you believe in. But you can't get power. And then all of a sudden, you turn around to come and believe in what I have always believed in and you have disagreed with me on. Are you following my argument? Yeah. So that for me is a worry. And that is why in their social contract, they put it there, that they were going to ban it. In fact, they said they were going to ban all forms of small-scale mining in the first 120 days. And people actually thought it was a good thing to do. Yeah. Because they thought that if you ban it, then you have control. Because then if anybody is mining, whether legal, illegal, you know that you're not supposed to be there. But I disagreed with them when they were pushing that in September 2024. And the reason why I disagreed was because this country had tried it between April 2017 to 17 December 2018.
There was a ban for 2 years.
For 2 years, 20 months, almost 2 years. And our water bodies were actually clean. Then the media coalition and the CSO said, well, it's time for us to put certain things in place and lift the ban. The ban was lifted. 2 years down the line, the illegality started again. So again, anybody would, any fair-minded person will tell you that approach is not a sustainable approach. A ban on small-scale mining is not a sustainable approach in dealing with galamsey because it had been done before.
Perhaps where we failed is the processes leading to the lifting of the ban.
That is where I disagree with them on ban small-scale mining in September 2024. And I still insist that banning small-scale mining is not a sustainable approach. It is only a stopgap system, which we did before, that you use that to take control and then you can take, necessary action. So I disagree, but they agreed. So if you agreed at the time, you pushed for it, I disagreed. You actually went ahead to put it in your social contract. When you come to power, Dana, the people are simply asking you to implement it. Are you seeing what I am saying? Yeah. And that is where, when today people say implement it, and you go and pick Miracle's voice, where he said he disagreed with ban on small-scale mining, you are wrong. I still disagree, because I don't think it's a smart approach. Something we have tried before that it didn't work. You can't come and show us that as a scorecard. But you believed in that approach. I am glad that finally Chairman Woon to me is having his day in court. For me, I think that is how we should run our society. That anybody we find foul against the law, we should take the person to the court. Let the person go through the court system before we try to drag the person. You understand? And so Chairman Woon to me has a responsibility to prove to the entire country that he is not engaged in galamsey. Because Akonta Mining, as we all know, is a licensed small-scale mining company. Is he engaged in galamsey? Let the court determine that. But once again, Chairman Woon to me's prosecution and persecution actually brings up a very important point. That is, for the entire period the NDC were in opposition, they created an impression. You see, I don't know why the NDC, they keep boxing themselves into corners where nobody has asked them to. They have always created an impression as if Chairman Woon to me is the one doing galamsey. So today, as Chairman Woon to me is in court, do you know what the expectation of Ghanaians are? We shouldn't see galamsey going on. If galamsey is going on, who is the other kingpin? Who are they? Who are the other kingpins? Who are the other people? Why are they not in court with Chairman Woon to me? Your cameras have captured the NDC chairman in Upper Denchira East fighting military men, plainly doing galamsey. Why is he not in court? The Awin Traditional Council has written a petition to the president about the NDC MP for Awin. Why is he not in court with Chairman Woon to me? But Wanda made a very important point that I want to highlight. Maybe when you finish, you cut as well for him as government view. For the people to hear that Wanda made a point, and that is the thinking of the NDC, that, well, even if our people are mining, it's okay. We are in government. When we leave and you also come, you also have the right to prosecute them. You understand what I'm saying? No problem. That's a fair point. But the people are the ones who suffer. Because today, MPP is not in power. Who are those doing galamsey? Because I say arrest them all. I say put them behind bars. But why are they? In 9 months, you have actually, in your view, allegedly gotten one kingpin. And yet we are the galamsey tripling in terms of its devastating effect. Who are the people? Because you said that once MPP is voted out of power, and the government communication minister said it, once MPP is voted out of power, galamsey would end. Because it is Akufo-Addo and his people who are doing galamsey. Guess what? Today galamsey is in Bole. Today galamsey is on a black voter. Places where they have never seen gold or seen mining are having devastated impact on their water from galamsey. Yeah. And nobody actually asked you, as a political party, to make all those promises, which some of them you made it within timelines. And you are being asked to implement, and you are saying that they should take their time. You see, I have never believed that the LI 242 is the reason why there is galamsey. I don't know who even advised the NDC to come up with that. Because the fact that you have given people licenses or not giving them licenses is not the reason why they are perpetuating illegality. Because those who are doing the illegality, they could be holding licenses and could also not be holding licenses. So who even told them to box themselves? But again, that was propaganda. That was they using that to reinforce the fact that Nana Akufo-Addo is the one behind galamsey. Because he passed a certain law to demarcate certain parts of the forest reserves for controlled mining. And that is the reason why we have galamsey. And now they are struggling with that. They are struggling because they don't know what to do. The gold is at $4,000 per ounce. Their entire strategy is hinged on gold. They need the gold badly. They cannot get the quantity of gold they need to run their programs from the large-scale mining companies. Small-scale mining is also known to have 90 to 95% of them being illegal mining. The small-scale mining, 90 to 95% being illegal mining. So you see, if the government decides to go frontal against illegal mining, they will lose. The government is at a crossroad. They fight Galamsey, they lose. They don't fight Galamsey, they lose. Because the president stood on TV and told us that 60%, about 60%, 4 billion out of the $6 billion worth of gold they've exported is highly likely coming from these illegal sources. But he said that, well, whether it is illegal or legal, it's our money. And so it's okay, we can spend it. That's what he said. It's our environment that they are destroying. Whether it is legal or illegal, it is our money. It would have gone into private pockets. And so if it's coming to government, that is the first way of dealing with the situation. These are the president's words. We all watch the video.
Not verbatim.
Yes, but these are his words. We all watch the video. Now, the point here is this. The government is aware that if they stop illegal mining, they will not get the money they are looking for. And so they are dilly-dallying with the situation.
I think the economic plan is hinged on
not just the economic plan, their entire plan, the big push. Where do you think they are getting the money from? The big push, where do you think they are going to get the money from?
But they said oil proceeds.
Which oil proceeds? Which oil proceeds? Go and look at what is happening in the gold sector and look at what is happening in the oil sector and tell me where they are going to get the money from. You see, this is a government that came into office and straight away, because of propaganda, dug a big hole into their revenue, basket. And by the time they realized they were running 50 to 30 billion thereabouts in terms of revenue shortfalls, they need to plug it. We are in a big situation, big trouble. And my advice to this government is that it is okay. You can simply step back and tell the country that, listen, this is what I thought. But having come into office, this is what the actual situation is. And so this is how we are going to do it. But if you are doing the same things that you came to meet, all the things they are doing now that they say we should clap for them, they were there as of 7 January. All the military people. And you know what even breaks my heart? These are things that the president spoke against. There's a video where the president said it is not wise to be going after these small boys in the pit that go after kingpins. 9 months, you have one alleged kingpin. And you are showing us 1,000 small boys. And that for you is the evidence of you fighting Galamsey. Jesus Christ. Nana, I beg the NDC government. I have seen it with my eyes. The Galamsey that we are talking about, the River Pra and the Ofin River, it is not being destroyed in the forest reserves. It is being destroyed on the highway by the roadside. Go to Chifopraso. It is right there by the roadside. When you are standing on the road, you can see them with the chamfans and the excavators. They shouldn't gaslight us.
Bro.
The Dunkwa Onofin, where they are doing the Galamsey, I saw 5 excavators mining there when I was standing there. It is right by the roadside, and guess what? Where the excavators are doing the mining inside the river, there's a police post right there by the roadside.
Right, Dennis. Right, thank you. Engineer, your final take on this.
You see, we can make a lot of excuses for not being consistent, but the ultimate question we need to ask is, what are we doing to this country? And that is why we can never stop talking about this issue of Galamsey, because it's an existential issue.
Yeah.
So when my colleague says that, look, if our people are doing it, when we are out of government, you see, both parties have not, both parties have not conducted themselves well in government. That's why we lost. They have not. So, you see, when you say that you are fighting the others, and then when you come and fight the others, it's like going to the riverside to fetch water with a basket. The water drains out by the time you get back to your home. So, even those who are attempting, we should stop them. We shouldn't say that, oh, you go and do it. When we find that you are illegal, then we'll put you in the queue. We'll come and try you later on. We shouldn't do that. Because clearly what we are saying is that let's deal with first come, first serve. It's like a first... But in governing the country, we must look at the larger picture and say, how do we even prevent people who want to go into it from going into it? So the law must not just deal with people who have committed an illegal... But even those who are attempting to go in, we should prevent them from going into it. And that is my worry. So when again you say that the law, the LI that you have not repealed, look, you set up a whole gold board within the last, 3, 4, 5 months. Why can't you deal with the law? Again, it emphasizes the point that governments do not think before coming into government. They don't plan. They simply shout slogans, come into government, and start making excuses. Because you said this, you will repeal it. On what basis were you going to repeal it? Because you have MPs. You knew the law. You should think, it's okay, so let's prepare it. Immediately we come into office, within 120, we're repealing. Because, again, the NDC has no excuse because they have so much majority in parliament. There's no way they could say that we couldn't pass it because we are getting opposition from the NPP. So there's clearly no excuse for the NDC to tarry on this matter.
You think it smacks of a lack of
It
commitment?
smacks of commitment. They are not committed to the process. They are not committed to the process.
Wonder.
You see, and now we are hearing that you have a Galamsey economy of about which engaged about 4 million people. That in itself is disaster for us. But we shouldn't pussyfoot in this matter. Because again, your water bodies are getting. Look at the PURC, the electricity company, the water board are asking for such increments. Why? Because it costs them so much to treat water.
There's even a threat to the energy sector now. They are digging under the pylons
and everything. So for a president or anybody to sit down and say, "Oh, look at all the noises that our colleagues made when they were in opposition." They said, "Look, it is the president. The president has all the powers." Now the president can say, "I'm waiting for Security Council to advise me."
Well, they are the experts.
And
they
the
have
president is the chair of the Security Council. You understand? So again, when the president also stands before CSO and says, I hope that the Ministry of Finance will make the necessary financial provisions available to fight Galamsey, I shudder. How? The finance minister presents budget in the name of the president. So how does the president now say that I hope that the Minister of Finance will prepare a budget and allocate enough money to fight Galamsey? I mean, these are all signs that we are really not committed to the process. Because it is for the president to say, I will ensure that more finance are made available to fight Galamsey, and not the reverse.
Very well.
So for me, these are things that we shouldn't pussyfoot around. We should be sincere when we are talking to the people of Ghana. We cannot. Both parties have failed us. And it's become an existential issue that we cannot run away from.
Very well. Wonder, I mean, the threats are there for all to see.
I mean, I see.
You would agree that's important that we end this menace.
Let me put this in proper perspective. I never said that, oh, our people are doing it, let them do it. And then when you come to government, I said the wheels of justice grind slowly. Did I make that point?
You did.
So I can't imagine how two people sitting to my left and to my right only heard that I said, oh, they can do it when they come to government.
You want to tell everybody what they should hear and say. That's the problem you have.
I can't understand. There are people in the studio here who heard me and heard what I said.
We'll cut that video. Even me, myself, I'll cut it.
Number two.
I'll cut it
Number
myself.
two. You see, it's embarrassing sometimes when you hear the MPP on Galamsey. Because in one breath they agree that, first of all, we have the Mining Act already. We have Minerals Commission. And then under the cloak of greed and control, you introduce an ally that made it easy for anybody. And it didn't just make it easy. It was the first time we're seeing the President of the Republic becoming the giver with his minister of mining in the forest reserve. We never had that. The Mining Act never had that. And you decided to give out mining leases to people, Ghanaians, of course. And we have seen how they have, been very loud when it comes to our forests. Even you are talking about Tano and all that. Even Achimota Forest here was taken over by these people. And all that.
I thought you said you wouldn't do.
All that in the name of we have introduced an ally. So I don't know when they found the moral right. Under the MPP, they introduced what they call Operation Vanguard. When all this whole, Galamsey thing started, they said they had what Operation Vanguard. What did it result into? Yesterday, Charles Bisu was on Metro TV and talking plenty. Of course, today he's campaigning for somebody else. Talking plenty. You should wait for his turn in court. Then you go from Operation Vanguard to Operation Galam Stop. Galam Stop also engulfed in a lot of scandals. We can't forget about the Tiger Eye, publications. We are not too quick to forget about that. Now you're talking about an issue that has been endemic, that has been entrenched, that was virtually given to politicians. And we all know what some of these things are. And you have a government who is busy trying to clear the mess. And all we hear is that, government should have been assertive, government should have been this, government should have been that. What else is government doing right now? Did it look like, or does it look like government is sleeping on the job when it comes to Galamsey?
When I sit here and I listen to my guest or my panelists talk the way you are talking now, I get the impression that you know what the problem is. You know who is behind the problem.
Yes.
But I don't get the satisfaction or the assurance that you are going after these people.
But when you say go after, what do you mean by go after?
If you mention now
Yes.
that you know that it was given to politicians and all that, go after them.
Now, those they are going after, who are they?
Let's go after the financiers. Let's trace the money.
We are not just
when we
interested.
cut the money flow, we end this.
Sometimes it's as though people are only interested in arrest this one, arrest this one. There are processes. Before even Chama Wontumi was brought to court, were there no processes of arrest?
There were.
Processes of questioning. I must find something that you know that you are culpable for, and then I can let the public know about it. It's not just being rampant and just do anything you want to do.
But you see, when I hear you speak, it's like you have all the evidence.
I want you to understand that there is a process ongoing, and that process is leading to a stop of Galamsey in this country. And we cannot, by saying it the way it is, that the process is ongoing. The least we can do is to watch the process out. They said that Galamsey was the reason they lost power. That's why they will sing it and dance it and be emotional about it and try to rescue their party. But the truth is that Galamsey was not the only reason why they lost the party. So trying to hinge on Galamsey to have the moral right to find some verve in order to revive your party won't work today and won't work tomorrow. That's why I would prefer him to start speaking to the issue that made them lose the party.
Then it's make sure that why is it
you've
spoken
enough?
No, you spoke forever. They got a chance to speak forever.
Cut the points he made now and share for him. I beg you, the one he just made. Now, you see, the NDC should just keep quiet and work. They are talking too much. It's too much talk for a government that is in crisis. They should just keep quiet. The MPP remain one of the groups with the highest moral authority to speak on Galamsey, simply because you are failing. If they were succeeding, the MPP won't have a moral right.
But they think you also failed, so you don't have the right to speak.
That is the right. That is where we got the right from. You see, let me explain to you.
You who failed?
Yes. Let me explain to you. We came in 2017 at a time when Galamsey had escalated. You agree? By April 2017, you and your friends were forming a media coalition against Galamsey. That is the evidence. Okay? By end of April 2017, as a result of escalated Galamsey, Nana Akufo-Addo had to place a ban on Galamsey. So don't tell me it's not true. We are not kids in this country. Okay? As of September 2016, Mahama Ayariga, the majority leader of the NDC today, said that he had given up on the fight against Galamsey. Before April 2017, that Akufo-Addo placed a ban on Galamsey, do you know what was happening? The John Mahama, His Excellency first term as president, had set up an interministerial task force. I don't know what they were doing. They had military in the bush. What they are doing now? Burning excavators, burning chamfans, arresting people. What did they amount to? Zero. By September 2016, 3 months to elections, the NDC and their ministers said that they cannot win the fight against Galamsey and that they should begin to think about how they can legalize this Galamsey thing. Mahama Ayariga said that he has been to places where they have done the Galamsey. When they finished, they covered it and it was fine. He should keep quiet. It is their baby. They are not cleaning anybody's mess. They are simply cleaning what they brought upon the country. He should keep quiet. Until 2009, and he likes to mention Anas. Anas and Al Jazeera had a documentary on this country where this country's water had turned brown, even darker than this. The president now was the vice president. They failed to fight it. He became president in 2012, and Galamsey was endemic in this country. He bent. Do you think this is the first time NDC is going after Chairman Wontumi? Go and check. In 2013, Chairman Wontumi, hundreds of excavators by this government were bent. What did they come to? Zero. They failed. So you brought the thing upon us. The MPP came to inherit it from you. We couldn't succeed at it. But guess what? Whilst we were fighting it, you were sitting on the touchline, bragging. The MPP had military men, Vanguard, Galamstop, burning excavators, seizing them, burning chamfans, arresting people. You, then in opposition, the NDC, they should keep quiet. Do you know what they said? The president is on video saying that it is not wise, there is no wisdom. Galamsey, the higher drain, there is no wisdom in going after these boys who are only hungry and looking for food to eat. That's what you said. That's what you said. Then you said that because you think that the Kufuor's approach in fighting Galamsey is not right and it has failed, which is justifiably so. You went into the Galamsey pit with your party people and told them that all the people who had been arrested found foul of the law, that same law that you are saying you are using now. When you come, you grant them amnesty. The president said it with his mouth. You are shocked, but he did. The leaders of this NDC government party went into the Galamsey pit and told the Galamseyers that vote against Akufo-Addo and vote for us. When we come to office, we will allow you to mine because politics came to meet Galamsey. This NDC government, they should keep quiet. Now, fast forward. You told the people that, oh, Akufo-Addo has failed at fighting Galamsey. And so when we come, listen and carefully, we think that the reason why Galamsey is special than Akufo-Addo is because he passed a certain law. When we come, within 120 days, we'll repeal that law. You said it. Number two, we think that we need to ban all forms of small-scale mining for a while. So when we come, within the first 120 days, we'll ban it. You said it. Number three, you think that it is not wise to go after these small boys in the pit. And so when you come, you go after the kingpins. You said it.
And that's what they've started.
So now when you come, please, they've started nothing.
Won't to me?
No, they didn't to me to be investigated. The docket they are using is a ready docket. Didn't you hear the Attorney General say it? Didn't you hear the Attorney General speak of that? Please, Nana, we are...
But it was not acted upon, was it?
Please! Do you know what a docket is? Do you know what a docket is?
It's been built over years.
Do you
and it's
know
not
what
been acted
a docket
upon.
is? In 2022, that was when it was built. Do you know? Didn't you hear him say the law grinds slowly? Do you know what a docket is? Do you know what a docket is? Please, Nana, this is a very serious matter. I've seen the thing with my eyes. Now, let me tell you where our moral authority comes in. We couldn't succeed at the fight. And you were bragging and saying so many things. So the expectation is that when you come, you do way more than we did. In that case, we'll shut up. But what we are seeing now is you doing worse than we were doing. And that is where our moral... You have misled the entire country. You have deceived the entire country. And you rather should keep quiet. You should go and hide your face under a table somewhere and keep to the work. You have no right to speak until you fix the situation. Because when the Akufo-Addo government was doing the same things, the same approach, you were bragging and saying that you have some superior ways of handling it. Now, if you come and everything Akufo-Addo did, which you were bragging about is what you are doing, Akufo-Addo should be giving powder on his head. Because really, he has been vindicated. Now, let me say this final words. In the whole of 2024, we used to tell the Ghanaian people that the alternative is scary. And when we kept saying the alternative is scary, this is what we meant. When we said the alternative is scary, Nana, this is what we meant. What we meant was that the NDC had no single idea on how to fight Galamsey. Here we are. What we meant is that the NDC and its members were deeply involved in the Galamsey menace. Here we are. Now, when we said the alternative is scary, do you know what we meant? What we meant was that this NDC government had no tool to creating employment other than creating unemployment. And that is why in 9 months, they've terminated 35,000 jobs. Finally, a government that is able to bring dollar from 14.5 to up to 10 has now seen dollar in just 1 month move to 13 cities. A government that is able to bring inflation, a government that is able to bring inflation from 23% to a single digit has the cost of living in the country even higher than they came to meet. You remember I mentioned to you. You remember I mentioned to you. I mentioned to you about the contradictory economic strategy they were running. The contradictory economic strategy they were running.
Because national campaign rescue my party.
You remember I told you about the economic contradiction that they were running. That it is strange that the government... Have you forgotten that he was telling us? Have you forgotten that he was telling us?
Let me take a break.
No, let me. I have to learn well.
Hold on.
You heard him. You heard him say that the MPP should not think that they lost the elections only on Galamsey.
Yeah, of course.
And I'm telling you that even on the other things that you refer to, you are failing woefully.
Which one?
Today, as we sit here, you have brought all economic indicators low, and yet cost of living is
very well. Dennis, thank you. Let me take a break here. When I come back, I'll read some of your messages and then we'll move on to other topics. Stay with us. This is Breakfast Daily on Channel One TV. We'll be right back.
Quiet when it comes.
and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you put it, what's that? So would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Verna is clean, fresh and safe. I'm holding my Verna bottle. No plastic seal, no worries. Open and hear the sound like that sound means it's fresh, no trick, no plastic seal, but it's still pure. Cool and clean, you can be sure. Verna leads the brighter way. What takes my doubt away? If it clicks, it's Verna. If it clicks, it's clean. Sip it, feel the difference. Verna water, pure and green. Click, open, sip. Click, open, sip. Chalet Verna, no stress, just sip. Just sip.
This advert is FDA approved.
Good evening and welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come. Let's go!
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Troll from Kaswa dear. Why wouldn't he be late? Or be late?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. You go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God down for boom. If you put it, what's that? So would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Welcome back. I have a ton of messages. I'm going to rush through a few of them and then we'll move into other topics. It looks like this Galamsey menace is, it's on the minds of everyone in the country this morning. First one says, good morning. I am Okai from Bantama in the Sene West District. Chairman Wuntumi's company caused damage to about 13 hectares of land within the Tano Nimiri Forest Reserve. He has been accused of engaging in mining operations without a valid license, cutting down trees and putting up structures inside a protected forest area. Then, those doing mining have a lot of questions to answer. If building a house in the forest is criminal, then what about farmers who had houses in their farm? Okay. Good morning, Nana. Tell the NDC man that we are here to facilitate the progress of Ghana and not the NDC or the NPP. This is Mr. Abel. Because the government was under severe pressure from CSOs and other stakeholders to end Galamsey, it has decided to politically prosecute Chairman Wontumi. The timing was bad and this will not fly anywhere. Haj Ahmed from Nima. The prosecution of Chairman Wontumi is a clear case of political witch hunting and it's not hard to see. The government is merely trying to grandstand and validate the propaganda they touted while in opposition. Instead of politicizing the fight against illegal mining, they should focus on showing tangible results and being transparent about their efforts. Greetings to Miracles. This is Amino from Nsawam. Good morning to you, Nana, and your panelists. Happy belated birthday to our former Vice President, DMB. Importing drinking water to the country will be costly than the logistics we use to control Galamsey now. They can't use the deployment of military men. They can use the deployment of military men to the sites. Oh, they can't use the deployment of military men to the sites to convince us. Okay. The government of Mahama talks too much, but Ghanaians don't see the real action on the ground. Go to the markets and see what is happening. This is Swala from La Paz. Good morning, sir. I am Erasmus from Amasaman. Please, politicizing this Galamsey menace is bad. Both the NPP and the NDC should stop these political games. I have a simple question to your panelists. And listen, assuming 3 million people start terrorizing communities and the state, will the government send the army to arrest them or he will leave them to continue their illegal acts? Quite simple but loaded question.
You don't have to answer everything.
Yeah, he's saying, the question is this. Assuming 3 million people start terrorizing communities and the state, will the government send the army to arrest them or he will leave them to continue their illegal acts?
Yeah, so go ahead.
What was the answer? They didn't hear the answer.
He's not asking me a question. He's asking the host.
But you are in government. Are you not the one saying you are government? They should cut your part. Government.
What I'm saying is the
government response, so we can cut.
This one is for Dennis. He's asking that the fact of the matter is that money. He says, hello, Mr. Dennis. The fact of the matter is that money plays a major role in our judicial system. That is the very reason why there's no justice. The political elite enjoys going to the human court, not the divine court. Oh. Anyways, the Ashanti Regional Minister is telling us that some Agenda 111 projects have been operationalized in the Ashanti region. Dennis, governance is a continuum, and that's what you are doing, isn't it?
Yeah, we promised that we'll continue projects that, especially the ones that are reached advanced stage of completion, we will do that. And because governance is in a continuum, state funds have been committed to some of those projects, and they actually needed. We needed it until COVID hit in 2020 or so. We were not too sure the strength of our health sector. And in that space, one other hospital was built for the purpose of receiving COVID patients and all that. University of Ghana Medical Center was also used as one of the centers. The Bank Hospital was also used as one of the centers and all that. But then we realized that there was a huge gap between the infrastructure, health infrastructure, and the need to provide them. And so, very good, very laudable to go for the Agenda 111, except to say that they promised to do it in 12 months. It took them forever, 4 years in government. We were not seeing the light of the day. In fact, I was reading even yesterday that some contracts of about 3 contractors were cancelled out of the 111 and all that. And so, indeed, there were challenges with some of those projects. But the ones that have reached advanced stages, that will be taken care of. The president also stated that he needed about 1.7 billion to complete the ones that have gotten to advanced stages. So this will come in phases. I know the Big Push program is to target some of these.
Let's capture Agenda 111, Big Push.
It captured projects that are ongoing because the president's directive, especially with the legacy projects, is that go ahead and complete projects that have gotten to advanced stages, and then we make progress before new ones are initiated and all that. And I have seen a couple of Agenda 111 projects that are at various stages of completion. They are not complete, but various stages. And so it serves us well as a country that you have a president who thinks about the health of his people, the infrastructure gap, and what to do to bring them to life. So if 3 of them in the Ashanti region is brought to life and people are, benefit from it, all the best for us. I know that the Afari Military Hospital also has gotten some good facelift. So that's fine. We all know that Ashanti is the most populous region and all that. And so health concerns, health needs are very, 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 very crucial to the people. So it's fine. It's good news. We applaud him for that. And I want to see more of this happening with the various projects we have. Beyond that is even our secondary schools that also are lacking in infrastructure. I really want to see some work being done within the secondary schools environment. So, I mean, this year, for instance, placement was a problem because many of the schools are overwhelmed with figures, with numbers, and you don't even get it. Government is also burdened with feeding grants, burdened with all the other issues because it's free education. And so really a lot of things will have to be done along those lines to see this country giving a facelift. Non-partisan, not because one government is out of government and all that. As for the issues of contract irregularities, procurement breaches and all that, that can be taken care of as the project progresses. And a very good example is Sanglemi. Sanglemi was left, after we left office in 2016, a couple of them were ready. I pass there all the time. I go to Aflao every weekend, and so I pass there all the time. And you see that, visibly you can see that some of these things have reached some levels of completion. All we could have done was to do a partnership. Even the people who are trying to buy it or work in can pay, and you use the same money to fix it. But we left it to rot. It became virtually
at the point there was an invitation for private investors to come in.
They couldn't do anything about that. I know that there was a contractor on site. He's also stopped again and abandoned site again and all that. So those are the difficult moments. You see, unfortunately, some of these projects takes a huge chunk of our revenue in terms of implementation, and yet we leave them. Go beyond that. There are road projects that have come to a standstill because of some of these, funding gaps. Yes, indeed, I can agree that some of the people who authorize some of these projects themselves don't do due diligence. For instance, governments come, governments go, and one of the things they do wrongly is that they cut short for projects based on projections of revenue yet to be received. Not what is in the pocket, not what is available in the kitty. Projections. And when the projections fails, then everything is at a standstill. Except for projects that are donor support funded, those ones they end up getting completed because there's available funds. And the donor support agencies make the funds available before the project saw its cut, contractor moves to site and all that. On this
Why
side,
can't we do same with GOG
on this
projects?
side, and that's exactly what the finance minister has decided to do now. That we are not going to cut short for any project if the funding is not ready. And for me, it makes sense. And we cannot continue to be borrowing to do projects. And some of those projects themselves do not raise the needed revenue to pay back. And so, for me, it's good news.
Engineer, there are about 5 of these Agenda 111 projects in the Ashanti region. The minister tells us that there were these 3 were about 95% complete. So it makes sense that they've been completed and operationalized. It contributes to our health infrastructure.
No, I think that it's a good effort by the government because I think that where governments come and then leave projects uncompleted is worrying for all of us. Just because it is not just the party in government's money. It is the nation's money, the taxpayers' money that is being wasted. So I think it's a good thing that the government has completed these 3 and will look into the others. My worry, however, is that the way we rush into projects as governments, what is the real interest in rushing into some of these projects? And like Wanda has himself cited, sometimes you don't have the money, but you put in, you engage in the project. And we must realize that everything is connected. City planning, everything is connected. Services, everything. You see, for instance, I see some of these Agenda 111 hospitals right next to highways. Right next to highways, between Takrady and the Aguna, there's one there, right next to a highway. Then if you're going from Apegusu, just before Apegusu, there's another one right next to the railway crossing. I mean, and you ask yourself, why are we citing a major facility right there? Reason being, the next time you want to expand that road, then problems. The cost of expansion becomes bigger. When you cite water lines, power lines, so everything is connected. So the cost, suddenly you realize that the cost of constructing a simple road quadruples. And then people say, hey, why is the cost of road construction so high in Ghana? Because we fail to plan and we rush into infrastructure projects. But infrastructure is expensive. And the infrastructure must deliver a certain level of service for us. Now, if we make the cost so high, then you realize that you don't get the benefit of the service that you should get from that infrastructure. And that is why when the government, even without us finishing Accra to Winneba, we have already started Winneba onwards. You ask yourself, have we got money for it? When we haven't finished the dualization from here to Kumasi, the government says we are going to do 6 lanes to Kumasi. You ask yourself, why are we in such a rush? So we need, as government, in terms of learning from our mistakes, to say, how do we ensure that we plan, think through these things properly, so that we don't fall short and leave projects on standstill? Because Ghana is one of the few countries, I mean, maybe not few, but when we compare ourselves to developing, why is it that in developed countries, when they start a project, they finish? But in our side of the world, when we start, we never finish it. It takes another government, and there's no consistency. Like he cited Saglemi, why did we leave it for all these years? Commander Sugar Factory, after almost completed, why did we leave it to rot? I mean, whose money is it? Is it NDC's money? Is it MPP's money? No. It is the taxpayers' money. So for me, these are things that all of us must learn from and begin to behave properly. So I would congratulate the government in this effort that is made. And I hope that in projects that they themselves want to engage in, they think through it carefully and say, do we have the money? What is the timeline for this project? Let us complete it. Look at Ethiopia, the Grand Renaissance Ethiopian Dam. Beautiful project. Biggest power generation unit in Africa at the moment. Why? They started many years ago, and every single president, it's changed over 4 presidents, consistently continued with that project till its completion. I mean, that tells you something about the people of Ethiopia. You understand? Here in Ghana, one government comes, leaves the project, goes to sleep. And again, let me congratulate the guy. I think on this railway line between Tema and Kosovo, they've started running part of it. And I think, again, excellent effort. But I also hear that we had a standard gauge train sitting in Takoradi for over 4 years. We never moved it. Why? Because the gauges, we didn't put the things in. So again, you look at it and say, where has all our resources gone? They've gone into stalled projects, and the country continues to go down. And I think that the government needs to seriously think about these things.
Very well. Dennis, Akufo-Addo commissioned these facilities in December 2024, but we heard they were non-functional because of lack of beds and stuff. So this should be good news, no?
Well, I think that for me, with the escalated Galamsey now, and the fact that when you go to places like Kwenyakon, Agona West, East, Goma Central, they don't have water. We should be concerned when it comes to our health infrastructure, because we would need that to be able to deal with the, after effects of some of these situations. And so if the government is making effort to put these Agenda 101 projects to use, I think it's a very good thing. You see, I was a municipal chief executive in Ekuapeno, and I saw with my eyes firsthand the effect of not having enough health infrastructure during COVID. From Madina, which is Lankwantanen, Adenta municipality, Ekuapem South, Ekuapem North, and Okre, 5. These 5 districts actually had only 1 district hospital in Ekuapem North. Only 1. We had only 1 in Ekuapem North. And these gaps were identified all over the place during COVID, like Wanda said. And that is what informed the decision to say that baseline, within our health infrastructure, every district must have a district hospital. And it remains one of the biggest and audacious infrastructural projects embarked by this country. I'm not saying government, by this country. And I think that the NDC government should keep it up and put in efforts, not to just put in the ones that were commissioned to use like they have done now, but to actually go back to the hospitals that are outstanding and try and finish it for the people. These things are for the people, you know, and with what they are failing to do in the fight against Galamsey, they owe these people that. Because if you go to Kwenyako, you know there's no mining in Kwenyako.
Yeah.
And yet they are drinking contaminated water. And if they are drinking contaminated water, it's government's responsibility to ensure that if Kwenyako doesn't have the district agenda 101 completed, at least complete that for them if you cannot fight the Galamsey happening in the eastern region. Minimum, you do that for them. And I think if they do that, it would really be good for us. This is something that, for me, hearing Wanda, I think you should cut. Very patriotic statement, very progressive.
We should cut it for him.
Conversation. He succeeded in intimidating engineer
to commend the government.
Yeah, commend government.
So he never.
With that,
I think it was a genuine comment.
No, I know.
So he agrees that
I'm
he
saying
never
that,
commends
you know, engineer
government.
is always doing this. He's always commending the government.
Yeah.
Except that Wanda wants him to only comment,
No.
not critique. But today, I think that after this program, they are to cut everything Wanda said into small pieces.
No,
and share.
it'll be
If you
good.
like, don't even cut mine. It's okay.
Very
It doesn't change anything.
cut yours before.
The fact that you cut all of Wanda's statement on your page doesn't change the fact that the turbidity level in the Ayesu River is 94,000 from 14,000. It doesn't change the fact that the people don't have
Are we
water
going
for
back
2
to
months.
Galamsey?
No, it's economic.
No, he has to rescue his
It's
party.
economic.
I told you,
But
the
it
party
doesn't
is
change,
dying.
it doesn't change the fact
I
that
want to use
for 2 months there's
final
no
5
water.
minutes we
There's
have
no water in
to
half
touch on this
of
matter
Central
of
Region.
the
It
Sports
doesn't change
Development
anything.
Fund. Engineer, is this is what we
It's a
need
sports
at this point?
development fund.
The sports minister is proposing a development fund,
government
which will come with a sports levy.
You see, my worry...
Let's be brief on this.
Yeah, my worry with governments is that, especially when it comes to finding money to do something, they make a law, set it up, and yet we realize that the money is not used for what they say they want to use the money for. A typical case is store recovery debt that has been hanging around our neck all these years, and we don't see any sunset clause. ESLA, it morphed into ESLA. So the question is about sincerity. So you suddenly put in a levy, and then the next day we say, oh, the money has been used for something else, and therefore we can't do what it's supposed to be. That for me is the worry. Now, what is the level of transparency and accountability within the management of sports in Ghana? So we always find money to block a hole, and yet we don't look at the process of accountability and transparency within those processes. So for me, I would have been excited if the Minister of Sports had come out to tell us the systems they have put in place to ensure, first and foremost, that if money is raised for the sports sector, it is going to be used appropriately. I mean, we know about all the things that have gone on within the Black Stars management and all the other sports. Where people come and tell us about coefficient of what?
I mean, remember Australia.
Exactly. So all this,
You don't remember Australia.
all these things.
For me, why are you
For me,
intimidating
our
government?
our governments need to be honest with us. What is the money meant for? How are we sure, based on the history of performances, that our governments are really going to use it? So our government must begin first with the process of accountability and transparency with managing those funds, rather than just come up every day.
Well,
1 minute.
First of all, let's put this in perspective. It's not true that this is an idea that just came up. This has been on the drawing board for many years. I remember it's Siama's time. He's mooted this idea over and over, and a lot of sports enthusiasts, sports reporters, sports writers have all indicated this. I'm happy if there are sports facilities in town. For instance, my own constituency, Ketu South, and let me greet all the people of Ketu South, all of them, from constituency executives to branch executives and everybody.
You have ward and everything.
We don't even have one AstroTurf.
You didn't get one?
No, these guys.
So you do
these
have
guys.
one.
These guys that
his MP has not been working. He's attacking his member of parliament.
I haven't done that.
That his MP is not
These
working.
guys, that even there was a flood in North Tongue, the president said we didn't vote for him, so he's not going to attend to us. No, they didn't consider. So I would any day be happy if we have some of those sports facilities around. You know, I have said that the reason why our sports is failing, it really is not even about funding. I think that the systems have broken down. Why? In the days past, when we were in secondary school, we used to have all this intercore, school sports development, and then we have a whole sports team and so people were groomed from that level, from athletics to football, to volleyball, to basketball, badminton, and all the games that we all used to play. Today we don't have that coordinated system again. Largely, most of our secondary schools have also become day schools, so you don't have them in school all the time to go to some of these. I think that is where we need to go back to. Once talents are beginning to unearth, naturally, and then also through a system, it becomes easy for them to do well at the global stage and all that. And then it also becomes attractive for any private investor to want to put in money and invest. And I think that's
well, Dennis, 1 minute. Sports Development Fund.
The government, they should step on us. They should slap us. They should press our neck.
They are pressing your neck.
We are tired.
Did you press neck?
Nobody has ever mooted any idea about sports levy. It is the NDC.
Oh, it's not
Listen, what benefits is it to the government? Of what benefits is it to the country? If you remove sports betting tax and introduce sports levy. The sports betting tax, at least those of us who don't bet will don't have to pay. But this sports levy that you want to bring, everyone will pay. So you come and remove E-levy and introduce D-levy, devil levy. Because they called E-levy evil levy. And then you introduce devil levy. And on top of devil levy, you are bringing Satan levy, S levy. Why? What did we do to these people? Are you aware that they have increased utility tariffs by almost about 14 to 17% since January? We are struggling with that. You have introduced the devil levy on fuel. Everybody is paying 4 cedis on a gallon of fuel. And now you want to bring sports levy. We beg them they should stop. We don't want to watch the sports again. We are watching sports in this country without a levy. We're doing interco without a levy. We're playing Premier League without a levy. The same way they came to BT, they should let us have our sports without saddling us with levies. Already the country is suffering. We are struggling. We are in trouble.
Thank you, Dennis.
Why?
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you, Engineer. It's been good. This has been the news review segment. But before we go, there's a birthday wish from Ella, Mrs. Arthur. And it says, a happy, glorious birthday to my dearest sister, Mrs. Rita Seiram Bruku. You're an exceptional example of a big sister. And on this day, as you celebrate another milestone, I wish you God's blessings, favor, peace that surpasses all human understanding, good health, long life, wisdom, understanding, and every blessing that the new age comes with it. You are dearly loved. So, happy birthday to you, Mrs. Rita Seiram Bruku. Many thanks for your time. Philip and Chris Carter will take over after this.
Uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, Mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswa. Why won't he be late? Or be later?
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Go be from Georgia, be luckiest. From not the cause she be luckiest. Yeah, you go be luckiest. No matter why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
God Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it at all, so would the coming of the Son of Man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompt and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial star 759 hash. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205 973 973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Kwame and his uncle are almost here.
Wait a minute. This one too, your friend Kwame.
Wait, Kwame. As in the same Kwame again?
Yes, mommy.
I'm the second coming. Into all this tension just to reintroduce that broke boy from Kaswa.
Why would you deceive the family like this again?
Now I understand the whole delay. Trotro from Kaswati. Why wouldn't he be late? Obey him later.
Of course.
Star 712 hash, star 712 hash. Yeah, you go be the luckiest. Coffee from Georgia be luckiest. From Latepia, cause she be luckiest. Me and you go be lucky, luckiest. Nobody know why you're luckiest. Everybody go be the luckiest.
That's Kwame!
Send your God the apple boom. If you put it toye, so would the coming of the son of man be. Is that his car?
Dial star 712 hash. Choose your ticket. Enter your lucky number. Follow the prompts and let destiny handle the rest.
This promotion is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
Tifia na metimacho chinampe. Na ko complain there any sense no why you are share one rooms na dey oma it doesn't smell pleasant. We hunting na complaints na bebre nti dey fear no tum.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story. And we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality.
It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and it's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and we are pleased to be here with you. But remember that Nana Tufo actually started this whole show at 7 o'clock a.m., and of course he was with his guests, and they had a lot of talking to do when it comes to the issues that are, you know, controlling the country. Anyway, right now it's time for us to take you into another segment full of infotainment and some education and some conversations around our communities, and of course a lot of interviews. That's what we have for you today. My name is Chris Carter, and I hope that you stay tuned with us.
And my name is Philip Nilati. Of course, Chris Carter has said it. We have a lot for you on the show today. She made mention of the fact that it's Pink October and also the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and also
that's why I'm wearing pink.
And also Cyber Security Awareness Month. I'm sure we're bringing a lot of things for you this morning for you to really know what is really going on when it comes to protecting yourself. Very important. Protect your phone, protect your account, protect your details, protect the money in your account, which is very important because you don't know what really someone is doing and also trying to target the little you have in your account, and people will just be getting it deducted every now and then.
Right.
So we're bringing you a lot of
True.
things.
And adding to that, talking about the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, today on radio, on the 6 o'clock news, I actually heard one of the health personnel from the Ashanti region where they said that, you know, a lot of people always report late when it comes to breast cancer. And also, detecting these things early actually help you, and it can actually be, you know, taken care of. You don't have to always wait till it's late, where the doctors can't do anything, where it's all prayers and nyamibeye that has to handle this whole thing. The truth is, it's important for each woman to take this seriously. It's important for each person to take this thing seriously. Even if you're a man, you have women in your lives. Even though men get it, but it's not as much. You have women in your lives. You have daughters. You have aunties. You have sisters. It's important for us to take action. And the only action we're asking you to take throughout this October and forever is do your constant checks. Do your constant checks. And throughout this October, a lot of health facilities are actually running free screening. So if you have not ever, if you haven't ever done it throughout the year, it's important that you take advantage of the free screenings going on around. Walk into any health facility and check yourself. If you're a woman above 40 or 40 and above, always go for the mammogram. And if you're a young person, be looking out differences, because if you know how your breast feels each day, the day that there is something, you would know that, okay, there is a bit of a change. Oh, there is something there. Oh, the texture feels different. Oh, when I look at it in the mirror, it feels different. There's a bit of dimpling. There's a bit of that. You know, it's about knowing your breast and finding out changes. And when there is a change, do not hesitate to run to the hospital for extra examination. Do not hesitate to run to the hospital. Talk to a health professional for extra examination, because the earlier that something is detected, it can actually be, you know, healed. So please, ladies, mothers, aunties, sisters, take this thing seriously. Please. We want the numbers to reduce. We don't want to lose more lives because of breast cancer. Please.
Chris has said it all. Today you are being the doctor we have in the house.
No, because I find it sad.
Yeah.
Especially after listening to what the health professional said. Like, people report late. It's always the late stage of the cancer.
Yeah.
And then we lose people that we could have actually saved. These are mothers, these are aunties, these are sisters.
So it's very important for you to report early. But I'm sure you're also preparing for the Northern Business Fair, which is happening, you know, on the 25th and 26th of October. Make sure that you are part of this important event to bring everything you need to know and everything you need to have at this particular fair, which is happening at the Tamale Sports Stadium at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. each day. Chris, you've spoken a lot about the breast cancer, so cybersecurity, we also spoke about it. We will bring in some short videos to you on the show, what we are really looking at when it comes to cybersecurity for today. And let's move straight into the trends, shall we?
Yes, let's move straight into the
Just
trends.
quick one. We have Hallelujah Challenge trending. Chris, do you know much about the Hallelujah Challenge?
Yeah, the Hallelujah Challenge is actually like a prayer challenge that runs for like some days, or I think almost from some weeks to a month, basically. And it's by Nathaniel Bassi. I think it started yesterday. And he was one of the first people to start this whole prayer online. Yeah, some years ago when he started the Hallelujah Challenge, he actually broke the internet by being one of the first people to, you know, bring together different people from different countries and continents together in one place, and that's the cyberspace that's online. It was Instagram and Facebook. And yeah, it's all about praying and worshiping God. And a lot of people have been joining ever since then. So if you are a prayerful person, a prayer warrior, in fact, if you have been following the Hallelujah Challenge, it's back again. And it started yesterday, and it's going to continue from now till, I don't know the date, I'll share it sometime, but check it out.
I think we saw it on there. But we have some brief comments on this. Let's share with you comments on this. I prayed for visa. I even wrote down the date, and you know what? The plane ticket and the trip happened on 24th. Is it 24th of what? Last month or what?
Yeah.
Who turns water into wine, please? Only Jesus. We're ready now for another challenge. Well, another challenge that is going to happen. Hallelujah Challenge starts tomorrow. This is, I think, today. I just want to thank God for my friend. Went from no interview date to at all to getting a date, visa approval, and then finally traveling all within a month. Well, this one too. Are you ready? Because I'm ready. Well, this is what we have for you for Hallelujah Challenge.
Yeah.
I've been dancing around, and I can't wait to testify. So much to give to God. All the glory for. Yeah, all the glory for. So another one too that is trending is Chairman Wontumi. So the Ashanti Regional Chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Bernard Entry Boisiako, popularly known as Chairman Wontumi, was still in custody yesterday despite being granted bail by the High Court in Accra. Wontumi, who is the first accused in an ongoing illegal mining case linked to Akonta Mining Company Limited, is facing multiple charges, including facilitating unlicensed mining operations and assigning mining rights without ministerial approval. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. So this is it. The reason why he stayed in custody yesterday. He was granted bail in two separate rulings. In the first ruling, Justice Audrey granted him bail in a sum of 15 million Ghana cedis with 3 sureties, 2 of whom must justify with landed property within the court's jurisdiction. And also the second case, Justice Ruby granted Wontumi and another accused Ekwood Akwoku, operation manager at Akonta Mining, 10 million Ghana cedis bail, each with 2 sureties, 1 of whom must justify with property. So fast forward, it was explained that Wontumi had to stay in police custody because the legal team would return to court today to work with the registrar to finalize the paperwork and ensure that their client is released. So that's what happened. We have some brief comments on Wontumi's case. I never knew Ghana would work again. See charges, so the law needs to bite. This guy has caused damages to the country. Pow, one person. Chairman make hot pass the sun. Well, we'll be following up keenly, and we'll be bringing you what you need to know when it comes to the Wontumi issue and what really is happening in the court, what his lawyers are doing, among other things, on Channel 1 TV and, of course, on City 97.3 FM. We understand that Ghana will be playing a match today.
Yes. And
Tell us
everybody
about
excited about that. I'm excited about it.
Central
I
African
know they
Republic.
will win.
You know they'll win?
Yes.
I think they are playing in Morocco.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. At 4 p.m. Today.
Yep.
So you'll be behind our TV set and we're watching. We understand that Ghana needs only 4 points.
But all you need to do is eat before
You
the
should
match
eat,
starting.
You can't get booking hard like that.
Before the match starts.
So
Very, very
you know what? If you are thinking of eating after the victory, you should eat before the match starts, because see, we were here where we thought that Chad, we're going to discipline Chad.
You're going to spell Chad. You thought you were going to spell Chad.
Charlie, the way we boasted, we're going to do all the things we need to do. But at the end of the day, well, but we still have a spirit behind the Black Stars, and we know that they are going to do something beautiful for us today at 4 p.m. So we'll be watching. Because I think that's it for trends. Let's go straight to... quick comment on that. Quick comment. Oh, you people are still predicting. 3-1 Ghana win. Oh, okay. Nice. Our passports are ready. Oh, okay. Oh, predict. Make us see something. 2-0. Oh, let me see. 2-0. Let me see. Let's go back to the predictions. The predictions that the people make. 2-0, 2-1, 1-1, 0-1. Chris, which one will you go for?
Hey.
To me, Jesus take the wheel.
I give it to God.
Because right now, you can't predict. Let's go to the next comment, please. Let's see. Boys, let's get this
that's the win.
Yeah. Ghana, we are all behind you. Of course, we are behind you. You people should make us proud. You are carrying the fate of over 30 million people in your hands. So if you decide to let it go, then maybe people will not have to come back to Ghana, because if you come to Ghana,
But I believe that they will win, and if they do, I'm actually dedicating this win to Dede, our producer.
Dede Davis. Yeah. Okay, so let's see how it's going to go. Dorcas, Dede Davis. Let's bring you the video of the day.
All right, there you have it.
Sometimes you forget about yourself when you find yourself in these kind of situations. Right? Anyway, so that's what we just want to put smiles on your faces. Let's bring you what we have for you when it comes to cybersecurity. Today we are looking at what data protection and privacy. So let's bring that short video.
Careless share, and they've got your life. Welcome to A Safer You, your guide to safer digital living. Brought to you by Digital Unbounded and Channel One TV. Today we are talking about data protection and privacy. Would you hand out cash to strangers on the street? Of course not. But every time you share too much online, it's like giving away pieces of your most valuable currency, your personal data. Your data is more than just numbers. It tells your story, who you are, your habits, even your money details. Hackers and advertisers see this as treasure. Hackers can use your details to trick people or steal money. Companies watch what you do online to show you ads that follow you around. And once your data gets out, it's very hard to get it back. Think of privacy settings as locks on your digital doors. These help you decide who can see your posts and information. Always check your privacy settings on social media. Don't share things like your birthday, where you live, or personal photos with everyone. Sometimes people post on vacation for 2 weeks. That's like telling thieves your house is empty. Also, review who is on your friend list. Not everyone needs to see everything you share. Ask yourself before posting, would I give this to a stranger on the street? If the answer is no, then keep it private. Protecting your data means building good habits. Use strong and different passwords for every account. Take time to review what apps and websites know about you and don't share sensitive info in public spaces. Turn off permissions they don't need. Here's your action plan. Treat your personal data like cash. Adjust your privacy settings. Avoid sharing too much. Keep an eye on your digital footprint. Your data is your currency. Protect it wisely. Stay smart, stay safe, stay secure. A Safer You is brought to you by Digital Unbounded in partnership with Channel One TV.
All right, so there you have it for our tip of the day when it comes to cybersecurity, and it's all about data protection and privacy. And one thing that that actually hit me with everything that he said is we do not like to check our privacy settings when it comes to our phones. Usually we just think everything has to be on, but you don't necessarily have to have everything on. Sometimes just put off some things. You don't have to give permissions to all apps that you download. You don't have to give permissions to all websites that you use, because sometimes this has a way of infiltrating into your own data. And another point that I think it's important is, apart from avoid oversharing, is the part that he said your digital footprints is actually very important. Digital footprints are very important because for me, if I want to know who somebody is, sometimes I have to go through the things that you have posted, especially on Twitter. I want to know the way you think. I want to know your mindset. And I know the kind of person that I'm dealing with. And this is what the Americans are doing now, especially the embassies. You have to give them access to your social media. They have to see your social media and know the kind of person that you are. So the things that you post sometimes can actually put you in trouble.
Yeah.
But I like it too. I like the fact that, some people just post so you know who they are. I get to know how you think. But anyway, these are just some tips that we have put out there for each and every one of us to know when it comes to the Cyber Security Awareness Month. Let's take care of ourselves and be careful of the things we share and the things that we also put out there on social media, because it can actually put us in trouble. Yeah. Anyway, let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we will be back with more. In fact, the next segment is going to be very exciting. You will love it.
It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
If you're a volunteer, you are actually serving, because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel One TV. This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel One TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
Yeah, welcome back to Breakfast Daily here on Channel One TV. Chris Carter, before we went on the break, told you that we have something exciting for us to discuss here on the show. Before I tell you what we will discuss on the show, let me whet your appetite with this video.
Level with Paulista. And celebration. This is great. A great story for Ghana football, not just UDS football.
Medalists, please leave the podium now. Thank you.
女士们、先生们，颁奖仪式到此结束。
As the
接下来
medalists
将
make
举
their
行
way,
闭幕式。
I don't think they're going to
Ladies
listen
and
to the
gentlemen,
MC. I think they're just going to stay there and take probably 1,000,001 selfies.
And of course, it's a great one for Ghana and the entire football fraternity in Ghana, not just for UDS. So the winners are in studio for us to have conversations around what happened when they went for the World University Football Games. Yesterday, they met President John Dramani Mahama, but we'll start with that. First of all, the coach is here, assistant coach is here. Let me ask, your name, sir? Abubakar Burhan. You too?
Augustine Frimpong.
Augustine Frimpong. What position do you play?
Attacker.
Attacker.
Offensive midfielder, yeah.
Did you score any goal?
Yeah, I scored a hat-trick in the quarterfinal.
Oh, Bosu, Azalut. And you?
Izzedine Al-Hassan.
Izzedine Al-Hassan. You also scored some goals?
Yes. Mr. Malam Good.
Mr. Malam Good.
Yeah.
And which position did you play?
Attacker.
Attacker. And you too?
Al-Hassan Fawzan Danda.
And in what position do you play?
Attacker.
Attacker. You didn't bring the captain here?
I'm the assistant captain.
You are the assistant captain?
Yeah.
Okay, so coach, let's start with you. What took you through the games to the top and you ended up beating Brazil to win this all-important competition?
Yeah, thank you very much. I would say discipline is number one, and determination is number two.
Wow.
Because from day one, from our preparation to the tournament, and then from the first match, we were determined to take the matches one by one, and then we'll make progress. So I think that is what kept us on. And the boys, the players were also disciplined. After every match, we make sure they have a good rest. There was no moving about on the games village. They always go back into their room and make sure that they rest well for the next match. And I think that is what has kept us on.
Wow.
And then also the preparation were very adequate. You can imagine if you have 10 weeks of preparation before the tournament, you should be able to deliver.
So you knew that you were going to win?
Definitely, definitely.
Wow. From the word go?
Yes. I remember when we had a meeting, our last meeting with our Vice Chancellor, he asked us, so what are the expectations in the tournament? And we told him that we were going for nothing but the gold medal.
Wow.
And he said, no, it's too ambitious. He's even afraid because the like of Spain, Brazil are going to be there. So he wouldn't be bothered if we are third. So at least we should be third so that we know that we participated well.
And you went to
But
win.
we insisted that we were going for the gold. And
you did it.
God willing.
You got it.
We have delivered that.
Augustine, you are students at UPS, UDS, right?
UDS.
So what program do you offer there?
Basic education.
Basic education. You?
Educational management.
Education and you?
Social science.
Social science. You don't focus on the class alone. You focus on the pitch.
Yeah.
Okay, so with you, how did you feel when you noticed that now you've gotten to the apex where you've won the trophy and like this bragging rights for the UDS and also for Ghana?
Okay, as my coach rightly said, it wasn't an easy task, and entering into this tournament, we, the playing body, we just prepared for 6 matches. We just said the 3 matches there we are going to go through. So we've calculated everything to the final and preparing adequately from the pre-season that we had earlier. We knew we were going to play all the 6 matches to the final. So we were very, very ambitious and determined. The boys were in very, very high spirits. Everything was there. It was, I would say it was the first game that the team struggled a little bit because of acclimatization and conditioning and because the team traveled in batches. So when we settled and we got our Arsenal's back, we knew that, yeah, we were there. And we were ready for the tournament, and the trophy will be coming to Ghana.
Will be coming to Ghana.
Yeah, of course.
But for you, Al Hassan, which country really gave you the toughest time? Like, you're like, hi, this thing, if we are not smart about it, we end up losing the match.
Spain, Granada.
Spain. What did they do?
We played 0-0 in that match, and we went to penalties. That was in the semi-finals. They were very good on the ball. A possessive team. You know, Spain is known for being a possessive country. They like possession, so we chased them a lot in that match. It wasn't easy.
Wow. Yes. For you, Fauzan, which one was the easiest? You were like, oh, this country, their team is Zuku. And you ended up just walking on them like that, and you just did what you had to do.
I don't think there was an easy match in the tournament. I don't think. Because looking at maybe let's say UEA, that could have been an easy match, but we had a red card, early red card. So we were playing 10 men against 11. So we had to do a lot of running. So I don't think like there was any easy match in that 6 games.
In the 6 games. Oh, you played 6 games?
Yes. Like he said, the Spain match, that was where I got injured. The officiating that match was not good, and they were playing us with a lot of toughness, aggression. Yes. So we had to. That was where I got this injury. That's why I don't like putting my leg on.
Oh,
yes.
Sorry. So how is it going? How are you handling it?
It's better.
It's better.
Yes.
Coach Burhan, so what's the next step from here? UDS, you brought us the victory. You brought us the bragging rights. We are excited. What's the next step from here?
Yeah, the next step is, I think at this moment, to go back. The players will have some rest. Then we have some other games in front of us, like the Gusa games, where I think there will be a lot of expectations on us because we are world champions now, and all the teams are going to be targeting UDS.
Wow.
Yes. Apart from that, we are defending champions too, so we have to also work hard at that. We have to go and defend the trophy, not only the world trophy, but we are African champions too, which we also have to defend in Egypt, somewhere maybe next year. So there is a lot of work to be done. Maybe after our rest, then we'll plan against those tournaments too.
So I want to ask Frimpong, are you going to push to get into the Ghana Black Stars, or this one they are just doing it for fun?
Oh no, not for fun. Obviously, if any of us gets the selection, we will be glad and we'll be happy to serve our country because that's the apex.
Yeah.
And as a footballer in your career, if you make such appearances, just a motivation, a plus to your career. Because I, for instance, have played the local Blasters before. So if you get the chance to just train with the Blaster proper, I think it will be a good boost for our career as well because we didn't go there to joke.
Wow.
And if you see like UDS beating a South Korean school 5-1, it's not an easy. Yeah, the boys really worked very hard. So I think there's more room for improvement. That's my coach.
And you for 4,000, what next?
Right now, I'm looking forward to treat this injury.
Okay.
Yes, and you can see that I was injured in the semi-final, but I forced myself to play in the final because I knew what was ahead, and I wanted to bring this trophy home to make my family and the whole Ghana proud. And really, I did it.
You did it.
Yes.
Alhassan, you too?
Right now,
we just go back, take a break, maybe 1 week break. I'm a player of Karela United.
Oh.
So I'll just take a 1 week
that's
break.
a Haruna Division.
Yes. Okay. And go back to my club. You know, we didn't do pre-season with our clubs. So we have to work 10 times harder than those who are currently at the club before you get position in the team again.
Beautiful. Cochito Bruhan. Now let's talk about what I'm excited in. The money, no? How much did you get from the place? Because yesterday we know the president gave you like 500,000. Yes. So did it come with some sort of financial, some money in there after you won the trophy?
Oh, after we won the trophy, I think we were visited by the Ghana ambassador to China, who also make some donations to the players to at least get some small things in China to come home. And others too have made promises, even though those cash have not come. But I'm positive that it is going to come.
We've also been supporting you people, you know, we've been cheering you people, we've been giving you all the fun. So the money for which we too are. Thank you so much for coming. I wish you all the best in your next endeavor. And we know that you still keep making Ghana proud. Now that you've won, it's good. But the next stage is making sure that you are the defending champion and you can sustain that victory. That's very important. We are grateful, Coach Bruhan, Frimpong, Fauzan, and also Alhassan. Thank you so much for coming. We take a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on Breakfast Daily.
Let's get into the world of sports like never before.
You know how we do it on Fridays.
Join us every Friday at 7 p.m. on 97.3 City FM for Sports Panorama, your ultimate destination for all things sports.
One of the biggest scandals in this country's history. You can't spend 250 million USD and come out with that.
From the thrill of association football to the excitement of basketball, tennis, athletics, and even emerging sports, we cover it all. Whether it's the Premier League or the latest NBA showdown, we bring you the stories behind the stars.
Getting an opportunity to become a national team coach, you should understand the politics around football.
And don't miss the prayer of the rabbi.
Joe at Zebaut.
How Zebaut there?
Zebaut won Chaboke.
We're not just about the games, we're about the community.
If you are going to be given this kind of treatment, then you need to be that guy. When I look at him play, he is not it.
Or when it's time for Don't Call Me. Join the conversation as we connect with fans across the country and beyond. What's the latest updates? Send us your thoughts and we'll feature your comments live on air. And remember, we like to hear your predictions for matches and your thoughts in general. Think you know who's going to win? Let us know.
Big shout outs to my YouTube people.
Tune in every Friday at 7 p.m. only on 97.3 City FM. Sports Panorama, where sports come alive. Amen. Sports Panorama, your weekly sports fix. Don't miss out on the action. Sports Panorama. Catch the excitement every Friday.
It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
So if you're a volunteer, you're actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV.
You're welcome back. This is still Breakfast Daily on Channel 1 TV. That was an interesting conversation with Fisu, the winners of the World University Football champions. Let me put it that way. That is UDS. It was an exciting conversation. But yesterday, we started conversations around the Galamsey issue. We went to the Western region where some Galamseyers have done what really is bad and it's affecting a railway line. Today, we really want to delve deeper into other issues, but still staying with the Galamsey problem. Today, we are going to the Eastern region. The Brim River is having sort of a challenge when it comes to Galamsey. Now, the Chebi water supply point or plant has collapsed as a result of Galamsey, and it's having a toll on the lives of people who reside in the Ebuakwa South municipality, which really is a very, very big problem. We've been talking about Galamsey for a very long time. We quickly want to have the Member of Parliament for Ebuakwa South, Dr. Kingsley Agyemang, joining us live for us to have conversations around what really is happening in his constituency. This morning, he issued a statement to that effect. Let's speak to him. Honorable, good morning.
Good morning, my brother.
I trust you are doing well.
Not too well. Not too well.
Quickly share with us the details of illegal mining or Galamsey in your constituency and the impact it's having on your constituents.
Very good morning to you, your fellow viewers and listeners, and a good morning to my constituents. This morning, I will say that it's not been a very good morning for me because upon deeper reflections and observations, I see that my constituents are dying. We are poisoned. We are eating poison, we are drinking poison, and breathing poison. The impact of this illegal activity on the constituents is not one that is refreshing. It's very sad, very disheartening that if you have stability measure of an NTU of about 64,000, Philip, 64,000 NTU. I mean, we are living on a second time bomb, and we may rise up one day, or Ghana will rise up one day, and the Bwakwa South may be non-existent. Why am I saying this? We say water is life, and our lives are dependent on clean water. If you have an NTU of 64,000, when the Ghana Water Treatment Plant has been unable to process this because it is toxic. It has turned into a sludge. It's a mud. There's no river. They can't therefore treat it. For the past 3 months, there has not been any potable or tap water in Chebi and its environs. And you observe from Esiapa through the main road to Apega, the impunity that these Galamseyers are exhibiting is worrying. You can count, they are almost eroding the road. You can count as many as 120 excavators. And we are all helpless. Few greedy ones are destroying the very fabric of society. There's no water. Farmlands are destroyed. Water tables will soon be hit by this poison. What is the future of the constituency? What is the future of the constituency? The constituency that I say I'm an MP. What is our future? There's no water. Aquatic life has been aborted. Very soon, human life will also go extinction.
But one may argue that this doesn't start now. Why are we seeing the impact, or we hearing from the Member of Parliament for the area now? You said 3 months from ago, or for the period for the past 3 months, you've not had water.
So
what has been...
Let's interrogate your question. People might have died yesterday, but because they didn't have knowledge, we might not have seen that the impact or the cause of death was as a result of this stability. The level of the level of stability and the level of the impact of this Galamsey, that's no political colorization. So if in the past we didn't do it and it is not killing us, are you suggesting that we should keep mute? I don't think that is the direction. What we are saying is that this is about good conscience and the common good of constituents. We can't continue like this, because if we continue like this for the next 6 months, there will be total extinction. Come to Chebi and its environment. Yes, the debate or the argument, the one you are just advancing, can be upheld. What is the impact? Because of the days we didn't know, or if we even knew, we failed to take an action. But behold, from me and everybody, every reasonable person living in the community, because these Galamseyers, it is the indigenous that we have given our households to them to rent. We know them. Everybody knows them. How come there has not been an action? We can't wait for the presidency to give a direction on this. No, it doesn't behold on the presidency to do that, because the presidency and the ministry lives in Accra. We are having the first glance of this particular thing that is affecting us.
Help us understand which areas in your constituency
all the 32 towns and villages has been seriously affected by this Ghana.
Help us with the names.
Oh, the names. I'm talking of Buzu, Esiako, Esejumasi, Edugrom, Esikem, Chebi Pano, when you say that the term apapum akadum oduma se for trust among from what you come for what you correct apeja akoko asapo ma say adonkwanta enkonso and others. So yeah, it's all over. And you see, the reason we can't sit in Accra and be comfortable is that the Brem River fits into the Weja.
Okay. And
Weja fits about 1/3 of Accra. So if we are drinking poison from the Brem River and the activities of these Galamseyers, you can't be in Accra and be comfortable because it has a knock-on effect on Accra and anybody that gets into contact, because the few farmlands that are left will produce and bring it to Accra for consumption. So if you are eating anything in Accra, you should know that it may be coming from a Galamsey area, including my constituency.
Right.
So, sorry?
I said right.
So it is not just a case of Chebi or Abuakwa South. It's a case of Ghana. It's a case of Ghana. You may be eating your salad, you may be drinking your water. And I think the regulatory standard for NTU is that it should be less than 1. You have a 64,000 NTU feeding into the Weja. You may be fortunate to have tap water flowing, but trust me, it may be seriously intoxicated with lead, mercury, or any other substance that they use for this Galamsey that is harmful for human consumption.
Okay, so I just want to ask, so do these rivers actually produce fishes? Are these fishing areas?
Sorry?
Are these fishing areas, the rivers?
Aquatic life is aborted. All the fishes in the rivers and the streams that flows within the constituency, because of the poison, you can't see them again. I mean, back in the days when we were growing up and stuff like that, we were picking fishes, we were picking crabs, and other aquatic fishery.
Right.
But a turbidity level of 64,000 cannot accommodate aquatic life. So if fishes are dying, so are human beings also dying. Come and look at the number of kidney issues that we have, the number of gross skin rashes that is happening. That is happening in the constituency. Get to the Chebi Municipal Government Hospital, and the records are there. A lot of growth. People, we are not happy.
Oh, well, you made mention of the water situation. So, as the member of parliament for the area, what are you doing to get water for your constituents now that it looks like the Ghana Water Limited cannot supply the water because of the shutdown of the Chebi treatment plant?
Member of parliament to get water for the constituents. When the constituents, all of us, have been very, very inactive or onward looking, no action has gotten us to where we are. If you have a population of over 100,000, you know the number of boreholes that should be drilling? I mean, it is not sustainable. And very soon the poison will get to the water table. That's when you even drill a borehole and you even have filters, it can't filter it. So it can only be advocacy, like you are helping me do this morning, that all of us must rise up and know that it's for our collective and common good to preserve and stop this Galamsey. Very soon, there may even be landslides. Go to Chebi, right behind I would say that the heads of public sector workers, the Bangalow area, where we have the residents of the MCE, the judges, and the various directors of the various units within the public sector. Right behind them is a mountain. Where some see the erosion and the kind of holes that they have drilled into this in this hill. Very soon there may be a landslide. Now in Chebi and its environment, the slightest drizzling causes flood. That is where we are now. They have eaten into the riverbed and blocked the channel of the flow of the River Brim and all other rivers and streams that flows through the constituency. Because because they are rivers and waters, they join tributaries with other rivers and waters. That's what I'm saying, that this is what is happening in Chebi, which has 64,000. Then Accra is also affected. Then all the neighboring constituencies in Ghana, because water flows. Water flows.
Wow.
It is disheartening. My brother, it is disheartening.
You made mention of the fact that it looks like people have let their guards down when it comes to in your constituency. Why? What do you expect the constituents to do, and which actors or people do you want them to act in your constituency to fight this canker?
Every dweller in this constituency has a role to play. All of us, we must decide and take a collective action. This is not the prerogative of the security agencies or government. No. You are not getting potable water. You are not getting good water for usage. And when you even visit the toilet, you don't have water to flush. Sanitation issues are rising. People are relying now on sachet water. And come and look at the disposal of polythene by virtue of the usage of sachet water in the community. A community that is already suffering from other issues now has sanitation issues too as well. Improper disposal of these sachet water creates a lot of issues, cholera and others. The disposal, because they are not biodegradable, it causes a lot of problems to the soil. This is where we are. And you say we are waiting for the presidency. No, we can't wait for the presidency.
Have you engaged the traditional authorities, i.e. the chiefs and other opinion leaders who can help lead the fight or help address this thing?
I'll be very surprised if any chief says that they don't know what is happening. I'm just imagining that we have to act now. This was handed over to us by our forefathers, and we must preserve it. The clergy, they are aware. They invite these galamseys when there's harvest. The Masalachi, they are aware. Every dweller that has an accommodation has rented to them. People have sold their farmland, cocoa farms. This is where, so all of us are complicit. All of us are complicit, my brother. All of us are complicit.
So this, from what you are saying, and I deduce from you, it's not like you are standing on any political or you are saying this politically motivated. This is a collective action that everybody must go out there and fight the illegal mining murders in your constituency. That's it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It is devoid of political colorization because the stability levels do not know MPP, NDC, or any others. And all of us stand to be circumstanced if you watch this thing go on. Because the people are buying food from us. These Galamseys, you know them. They live in the community. Wake up one morning or every day from Estiakwa to Apeka, and you can count more than 1,000 youth who have their headpans flying along the road in search of gold. From Estiakwa to Apeka Junction, you can count more than 100 excavators openly. They are doing that thing.
Wow.
They are doing that thing openly.
But one will also argue that the buck stops with leadership. So you think that the government or the leaders should crack the whip when it comes to this issue?
The buck has always stopped with leadership. There's been total failure. You don't expect a leader to come and discuss with you before you rent your property or sell your land to a cocoa farmer. When there has been a lot of advocacy on this environmental promotion, there's a lot of advocacy. There's nobody, even though it is not dated. There's nobody that can say that they can say in the constituency that they can see and feel the impact of these Galamsey activities in our communities. It is just that we are not having good conscience about it. We have allowed a few greedy people, but now it has gotten to our neck. Right. Very soon it is going to drown us. And that is why I'm very sad this morning, because the whole of last week I've been in the constituency moving around. I don't see a future. I don't see a future.
Right. Doc, we can actually feel your pain from how you sound. And obviously, as each day passes by, it always feels like this is a menace and should be handled more seriously. But then again, one will ask, so don't you think it's actually time for the government to declare a state of emergency?
The government has given it, has made its intentions very known to us. It's looking at economic opportunity as against the life expectancies of people. So I don't need to belabor it. It has been very, very clear to all of us that hey, we have to look at opportunity cost of making people live and live quality life as against good that the government is having economic fortunes from. So it's up to good people who listen to your station to assess the difference. So I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
What matters to me is that we don't need a state of emergency in Ebuakwa South, but the people who live there to say that enough is enough.
Honorable, before you take leave of us, you would want to maybe speak to your constituents directly. Maybe a word of advice would do, but you would want to still give you the opportunity if you want to do it in the local dialect, because maybe your constituents are watching and people would want to listen to you as you tell them what exactly the ramification is with the illegal mining issue in your constituency.
Yeah. So, like I say on every local station within our community, Charlie, baby, I'll be doing it there. I didn't know who. And I'm saying, I've been many. We're busting for a wee. Baby, I didn't know. I was saying, you can't boom, you can't say, Debbie. Dear Muedino, Ome Deria or Mundinko, the Akan, I was here bomb mine. So I had to my constituents that, Charlie, where we've gotten to, you know, be now that with the word say, make somebody come from Accra and can't tell we say, Charlie, before Stockton and say, that they kill we. The one thing that the knock-on effect from Galamsey is that it has brought up about a high prevalence of substance abuse. Crime rate has increased in the constituency because of substance abuse. So all of us must come together. That's why I'm calling that is enough. It is enough. Let's allow the environment to rest more, because nature has a way of treating itself. If you go off this thing between 6 months to 1 year, there will be a turnaround. So I beg my people, na the name so to toy so that in so no bet me action, and you're feeling in a day every so no, it's me action because if we allow this to continue to the Hamatan, hey. Anyway, thank you.
All right, well, thank you so much for your time. We are grateful and we are happy at least you've come out to talk about this. And the part I like about this thing is devoid of party, say, colors. He's speaking to the people of Ebuakwa South. He's speaking to his constituents. This, we are not politicizing it. We have always been talking about Galamsey. See, when there is water shortage, the water shortage will not know you that you are in power, NDC. The water shortage will not know that you are in opposition, MPP, PNC, CPP, whatever political party you are in. And the water shortage will say that, okay, fine, so you are in opposition, so let me give you water. And you are in government, let me deal with you. It affects all of us. And what he made mention of the fact that the Brim River that we are all thinking is far from us.
It's actually
lands in Weja.
Yeah.
So it gets polluted. It will land in Weja. The Ghana Water Limited that already is having issue with pumping or distributing water into our various homes in the Greater Accra region. now is having issues with treating that same water. It's double silencer, like double matter. When we talk about these things on the show, maybe these political foot soldiers will think that, oh, we are politicizing it and all that. But it is a very, very, very pressing issue that has to be dealt with. You made mention of the fact that the constituent should also be up and doing to fight it. If you see that someone is mining or doing galamsey in your constituency, and you think that today you are getting 500, you are getting 1,000, you are getting 2,000, that same amount of money, you would have that money on you, and you wouldn't get water to buy.
Exactly.
And you'll be dying gradually. Today, we know that a lot of health implications come as a result of this illegal mining situation. People being born with defects, people are having issues with their health,
kidney
issues.
Yeah.
You are in the Greater Accra region, you are eating the shawarma, you are eating the pizza, you are eating the fried rice and all that. Someone bought vegetables from somewhere to cook whatever you are eating. You understand? So you think that is far away from us, but gradually it is getting closer to us. Yesterday I made mention of the fact that we will go to the Eastern region, and lo and behold, the MP for one of the constituencies in the Eastern region has come out to say that, you know what, enough is enough. Let's let the land rest.
Let it breathe. Yeah.
Let the water bodies breathe. The forest reserves, at least if you've mined small, it's enough. You understand? If you've made enough money, save it in your account. Get other jobs to do. We talk about land reclamation. And when it comes to land reclamation, you've done enough of the mining, you've done enough of the galamsey. Cover the pits. Now let these lands rest.
Yeah.
It's like, what's the name? Crop shifting or shifting cultivation or whatever the word is. Today you plant something here, you plant a leguminous crop, tomorrow you plant maize, the next day you are planting something, then the land itself at a point would rejuvenate, come back to its normal state, come back to its original state. Then you can go back there and do whatever you have to do. But 24/7, 365 days in a year, you are mining. And when you mine here and it doesn't work here, you go to another land. Yeah. You go and mine there. Then you go to another land and you go and destroy. Yesterday, when we spoke about the destruction of railway and the destruction of roads. Now, the MP also mentioned of the fact that it's destroying our roads one way or the other because we are having excavators and we are having the big trucks plying the road. And we will come and blame government. We need the roads constructed. We need infrastructure. We need A, we need B, we need C.
Yeah.
The illegal mining issue is not a small thing we are talking about. If you've driven along or on the Accra-Kumasi highway, you understand what we are talking about. If you've driven from Accra to Cape Coast to Takoradi, you understand what we are talking about. So it looks like every part of the country is bearing its or having a share of the national cake, which is the galamsey. Only 2 regions, I understand, do not have illegal mining in those regions. And for one, I know, which is the Volta region. And if it's happening in 14 regions out of 16, your guess is as good as mine. That 5 years from now, 10 years from now, what becomes of us? What becomes of the fact that the lands that our forefathers left for us? Not to say that galamsey wasn't there in the past. It was. People were doing illegal mining. People were doing mining in the past. People were into mining activities in the past. That's how come people will have gold hidden under their beds and all those things. But they weren't doing it indiscriminately like we are saying now. They weren't hungry for money. Now, what the MP even said is people who are even supposed to go to school-going children are holding pan. They have sham funds. They go. You compare gold, you compare sikakoko. Then you pay the sikakoko, and at the end of the day, your child is sick. You look for the sikakoko, and at the end of the day, you are destroying the water bodies we have. You look for the sikakoko, and you destroy the forest reserves we have. So a word to a wise, they say, It's in the east. Thank you so much. I think we'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we have more for you on the show.
Habibi, my people, welcome to Dubai. My name is Sheikh Alkal bin Maktoum. Okay, so I am Caleb, right? Caleb Kuda is my name, and this is Beyond Borders on Channel 1 Television. We are in Dubai. So join me. Let us explore the allure, the beauty, and the reality of life and living it in Dubai through the eyes and the experiences of our compatriots.
Imagine 6 people, 10 people sharing a common room together.
If you're not chinampe, na complain there in the sense, why do I share one rooms now? It doesn't smell pleasant. Or haunting no complaints now, baby, until they fear a new tomb.
Dubai is one of the most organized, highly resourced, and well-endowed countries you would find.
You've been here for 7 months.
Yes.
Without a job.
Yeah.
How is it like?
So hard.
Tell me about it.
Struggling, renting and feeding is so hard.
Every frame per second of their lives in Dubai tells a story. And we've got it all captured right here on Beyond Borders, only on Channel 1 Television. So don't get told, don't miss out. Catch these compelling stories of Ghanaians in Dubai only on Beyond Borders on Channel 1 TV this and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. I catch you.
Beyond Borders is sponsored by Copen Hospitality. In a world filled with challenges, we all need guidance, hope, and a lifeline to anchor us.
This is Lifeline, and I'm your host, Fred Crunchy Mensa.
From social issues, relationship challenges, and family matters, Lifeline is here to inspire, uplift, and guide you on your journey.
Where we give you support, where we hold your hand through the valley and through the thick and thins of life.
Join Bishop Fred Crunchy Mensa.
I welcome you especially to Lifeline.
Every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. right here on Channel 1 TV. Let's walk this path together, strengthen our faith, our families, and our lives. Lifeline, because every soul deserves a guiding light. Tune in to Lifeline on Channel 1 TV and let's grow together. It's time to promote volunteerism, active citizenship, and patriotism in Ghanaian society,
where we shine the spotlight on the unsung heroes among us.
Today, we're not just launching a program, we're igniting a revolution of skills, dreams, and hope.
On Volunteers TV, we highlight and celebrate people and groups that are great examples to us all.
Every single region in Ghana, we're doing something.
Good.
So no one's being left behind.
Over 800 kids that come to school, so having an extra classroom, extra resources will be really, really beneficial.
So if you're a volunteer, you're actually serving because you are giving up your time and resources for nothing in return.
Volunteers TV, Sunday at 6:30 p.m. only on Channel 1 TV. This October, Northern Ghana takes center stage. Get ready for the Northern Business Fair 2025, the ultimate one-stop shop for everything made in Ghana in the Savannah, Northern, Northeast, Upper East, and Upper West regions. From hand-woven smocks and intricate crafts to modern manufacturing, innovative packaging of made-in-Ghana products, and thriving homegrown businesses, it's a vibrant celebration of talent, innovation, and authenticity. Brought to you by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 CDFM, it's the biggest trade fair showcasing Kenyan SMEs, startups, research bodies, and indigenous brands making waves across the nation. It's happening on Saturday the 25th and Sunday the 26th of October 2025 at the Tamale Sports Stadium. The time is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. daily. Want to exhibit? Call 0205-973-973 today and book your space. Don't just hear about it, see it, experience it, and live it. The Northern Business Fair, your market, your connections, your growth. The Northern Business Fair 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM and is proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Side Hustle, the Ghana Enterprises Agency, and the Ghana Export Promotion Authority.
All right, welcome back. It's still Breakfast Daily right here on Channel 1 TV, and right now we're about to have a very interesting conversation. As long as you have an eye, as long as you can see us, and as long as you are interested in your eye, this conversation is for you. And it's all about the World Sight Day, which is tomorrow. And we are going to be having a conversation with Dr. James Addy, who's the country director for Cure Blindness Project, and also Nafiz Mohammed, who is an optometrist. You are all welcome.
Thank you.
How are you?
You're doing
How's
great.
everything?
Fine.
All right, and I see that you came with some tools.
Yes.
All right, so let's get straight into it. I'm going to be starting with you, Dr. James Addy, who is the country director of Cure Blindness Project. Tell us about the World Sight Day and why it's important for us to observe this day.
World Sight Day has been instituted by IAPB, that is International Agency for Prevention of Blindness, and then the World Health Assembly. And it is a day that is instituted for us to more or less create awareness and then share information, knowledge, and then also ask the stakeholders, for example, the government, opinion leaders, so that we can all come together to solve the problem of avoidable blindness in the world.
Right. So what are some of the main causes of blindness, say in Ghana?
In fact, the causes of blindness in Ghana is similar to that of the world.
All right.
So globally, we say we have 43 million people who are blind. And one of the major causes is cataract.
Right.
And if you come to Ghana, it's the same thing.
The same thing.
Our prevalence is about 0.74%. And therefore, with the 34 million people, we have over 250,000 people who are blind as we speak now. And more,
What?
Yes.
Okay.
And more than half, in fact, about 55% of them are blind from cataracts. So globally, you look at the causes of blindness, the major one is cataracts. You come to Ghana, again, the major one is cataracts.
Right, right, right. Can it actually be cured?
Yeah, it can be cured.
Or can it be prevented?
It can be prevented and it can be cured. It can be prevented by some personal habits, so to speak. I can give one example.
Yeah, sure, sure. We'd like to know all the habits, in fact.
Because in our part of the world, the sun is very high. So we're supposed to be wearing protective goggles.
Ah, your sunglasses.
Yes. But this one is 100% preventable. I mean, protecting UVAs and UVBs.
Oh, the UV rays, they cause it.
Yes. Because once you don't wear it, then of course you expose yourself to getting cataracts, getting macular degeneration, And then at times when you look at people, you see a growth coming from the nose part onto the black part.
Yeah.
It's called pterygium.
Yeah, they're like webs.
Yes, I
It's
mean, you
like
can
a
see the
web.
blood vessel
Mhm,
running through it.
mhm.
So that is also one of them.
Pterygium causes blindness.
Yes, I mean, pterygium, yes, depending on the size of it, can cause blindness. So then you have to have surgery and remove
Yeah, you have to take it
So
off.
those are the things in our world. But
Mhm.
then individually, we can also, now we are all looking at the screen. We spend more time on the screen.
The
we
blue
are-
rays, right?
Yes, the
From
rays
the
are
screens.
coming, of course. So there's personal things that we can do to prevent damage. For example, if you look at the screen for 20 minutes, then you take your eyes
Take
off
our eyes off for a bit.
and look at maybe 20 feet away, and then for about 20 seconds. So we call it the 20-20 rule. That definitely can help you in one of the areas that we talk about. I
Right.
mean, usually we'll rub our eyes because it's itching. We should usually wash our hands
Before
we do.
rubbing.
Yes. And then I'm going to also say
And these are
why-
things we do every day without,
without
knowing,
thinking.
unknowingly.
Yes, and those are the things that if we do and do them well, will prevent ourselves from either getting vision impairment or going to blindness. Our ladies, when they are going to bed, they can remove their makeups, and that will also help them so that they don't get into.
Oh my!
For
We need
those
to take
wearing,
off our makeup, huh?
Yes, those wearing contact lens,
Yeah, you have
they
to take
should-
it off,
You also
yeah,
take it
and
off.
take care of your
So these are some of the few things, personal things that we can do to prevent getting blind.
Right, right. So Nafis, you are an optometrist. What are some of the problems that you've encountered when it comes to us here in Ghana? And our eye, basically.
Okay, thank you. Like Dr. Adit spoke about, there is the cataract, which is the leading cause of the blindness. And then by virtue of us being blacks, and then where we are positioned to, another very important one is glaucoma.
Right.
And with that is, the blindness from glaucoma is irreversible.
But with cataract, is it reversible?
Yes, like he said, it can be treated and then it's reversible. But with glaucoma, blindness from glaucoma is irreversible. And then it is the leading cause of irreversible blindness in Ghana. So that is one of the major ones we want to talk about, or we want to draw attention to. And with glaucoma, for most people, because of the way it presents itself, for most people, unless you have a thorough eye exam, you wouldn't even know you have glaucoma until it's very late, because it starts from the periphery. So it's also called the silent thief of sight because of the way it is. So the major one is glaucoma. Then there are refractive errors. Refractive errors, they cause what we call visual impairment, where the person doesn't see up to where he or she was supposed to see up to. With those ones, like we all know, it can be managed with glasses and then contact lenses. So that one too is there. So those are the two major ones. And then there is the last one too, which is the posterior segment diseases. You know, our lifestyle in Ghana now, we are going to middle income. So a lot of people are better off than they used to be. So we've started having problems with diabetes, and then there is hypertension, and those ones too affect the back of the eye.
Yeah, definitely.
So those are the major ones that, when you talk of blindness, these are the major ones that we want to talk about.
Right. So what about the issue of light?
I
I have the issue of light, so
okay.
I'm just asking for myself and people like me, you know, because we don't want to be blind. So what about the issue of light?
Look, Daddy mentioned something very important. He mentioned about the UV protection, 100% UV protection. There are some people who are sensitive to light.
I am.
We call it photophobia. So with those ones, there is the lifestyle change, and then also they can give you something called the photo AR glasses. That one absorbs the extra light so that you don't feel those effects. But in some of them too, it could be because of an underlying condition. Like for instance, if you are rubbing your eyes a lot. It could be because of, so as you rub the eyes, the blood vessels on the conjunctiva, they get inflamed, then you start reacting to the light, so you become photosensitive. And some of them too, they need to wear glasses because they have refractive errors. And then as the brain's way of trying to tell you that there is something amiss with your eye, so you have to do something about it. Those are some of the things that can cause that.
So Doc, I'm going to ask a very practical question. This practical question is like, people like me are supposed to wear glasses every day. But sometimes I see myself forgetting. How dangerous is this?
Once you are not wearing your glasses, you are not seeing well, and the eye is adjusting, trying to adjust as you move around. You end up having pain in the eye, and so if you continue like that, and then of course definitely you have the strain, among other things. Once you wear spectacles, you can see everything clearly, and it resolves. So continue removing the lens and wearing it, inducing pain of the pain, inducing pain of the pain. Gradually you begin to realize that you become sensitive. I mean, you become more like, the threshold is such that you endure the pain up to a certain level, and gradually you realize that you have caused more damage. Whilst you keep moving off the spectacles.
Doc, you've just said something. Oh God, now I feel bad. Because I think I'm at that stage where I feel the pain. I take it up, I put it back on, I feel the pain.
I think
I need to do better.
Because of the we have transition lenses, so you don't really have to remove the lens. You can wear and see far away. You can see the middle, you can see the middle.
I had that, but I thought it was just too much for me because there was too many things going on. I couldn't get used to it. But now, let's talk about the Cure Blindness Project. What is this about?
Cure Blindness Project is an NGO. It's a non-profit NGO. And it was formed about 30 years ago. Initially, it was called Himalayan Cataract Project. And if you hear Himalayan, you should start thinking about Mount Everest. From Nepal, Bhutan, among other things. And it was formed by two medical doctors who realized that anytime they go and they want to climb Mount Everest, they see a lot of people who are blind and they had cataracts. So they decided that right from childhood, we have to do something about it. And so they started about 30 years ago. And then they have moved on. Now they are in about 30 countries. In fact, this year is about the 30th year. And because they've done the cataract surgeries over time, they realized that, yes, we are doing the surgeries, but there are other causes of blindness. So now we have moved from Himalayan Cataract Project to Cure Blindness Project. That is the name that we are using now. And we are, like I said, we are in about 30 countries. The headquarters is in Vermont in the United States. But then they are more in sub-Saharan Africa. So Ghana, Ethiopia, and the East African countries, especially now we are in Rwanda, Burundi, Kenya, Uganda, among other countries. And then when you go to South Asia, we are also in Nepal, we are in Bhutan, we are in India, and around the Philippines. Recently, we've added Liberia to it because we realize that the more we are trying to solve avoidable blindness, people are also getting blind, and we need to create the access around the world. So Himalayan Cataract Project is a non-profit organization, and our mission is to ensure that we want to see a world where no one is needlessly blind. I mean, I don't want you to get blind, so your spectacles, you have to wear it. And that is one of my...
So I need more frames.
And no problem, we'll supply them to you.
Thank you.
And we don't actually do the work ourselves. We work with other partners. So more or less, we empower countries. That's why it is at Vermont in the USA, but they are working in Ghana. So they are empowering the local people, giving us the capacity to be able to go to the communities and solve the problem of avoidable blindness. Now we know our major burden is cataract.
Cataract and glaucoma.
So we support partners. So we have 13 partners. Ghana Health Service is one of them. And then other CHAG institutions, I mean like Holy Family Hospitals, Techiman, and Koko, they are all part of it. Private facilities like Crystal Eye at Adenta, they also are also part, Wadbox Services. So we work through 13 partners to be able to ensure that we have achieved our mission, and then of course our vision.
Right. So is there anything planned for this year?
For Wellside, yes. Yesterday we started screening at Cape Coast, so they are doing screening at Cape Coast. We also have one at Somenya. We also screen about 2,000 children. We are already supporting surgeries that are ongoing, but that is the whole year plan. We actually have planned to restore 18,000 surgeries. Already we've done almost 16,000. So do people reach out to you for that? Yeah, they reach out to us, but they also come through our partners. So Ghana Health Service, for example, all the regional hospitals, they are part. Some of the district hospitals are part. And then the
Right.
child facilities, they're also
Right.
there. So we
Okay.
support them.
That's
to be able
good.
to,
That's
to
good.
be
Well
able to-
done. All right. So what's on the table? What do we have here?
We have.
Are we screening?
Yes, we have to our behind us. That's the chart. That's the e-chart. This is a 3-meter chart. There is traditionally when we go to the hospitals, we use the 6 meters, but then it's been able to, they've been modified to be able to use it at 3 meters too.
Yeah.
So that's the 3-meter chart we have there.
Right.
Then,
So we can get up and do it. Yeah.
Okay.
So you can show us.
All right. So we need to get about 3 meters. Then
3
maybe we can get,
meters.
yes.
Yeah.
maybe-
So what's 3 meters?
Um,
That's 3 meters.
yeah, let me measure. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's about 3 meters.
Right.
Okay, so can we get a volunteer?
Okay.
You want to. Okay.
It's like going back to the hospital
Yes.
anytime.
So please, with your palms, the inside of your palm, you
Yeah.
cover your left eye. The left,
Don't
yes.
press
Sorry?
Yeah,
Don't
just
press
put
it.
it there, don't press it.
Yeah.
Okay, so by way of demonstrations, so all these are is a letter E,
Yeah.
but it's been turned in
Turning it
different
some
directions.
different ways, yeah.
And so to know whether you can see them, when I point to them, then I know you can see.
I'll just let you know what I
Yes,
can see.
I know you can see, so start somewhere in the middle, so because you don't have a lot of time. So please, this one, where does it point to?
Up.
Okay, that's
This way.
Yeah.
that's
Down.
okay, that's
This way.
that's
That way.
okay. So that's
This way.
all right. That's two.
That way.
Okay, that's
This way.
that's
That way.
okay. That's
Upwards.
okay. So for the right eye, you're able to see if I don't know if the camera can zoom in closely. What it means is that where you read up to,
Yeah.
you've read. All right, that's
This way.
that's two,
That way.
and then.
Downwards.
So again, for the left eye, you got 6/6, which is you were able to see. Now, after that, we have these things. The first one here is a slit lamp. The slit lamp at the hospitals, you are likely going to see a bigger one. It's with a table, and then you put your head in it. Yes, I think there is a video of it running around.
Yeah.
So you put your head in it. This is the handheld one from Cure Blindness, because they recognize that we go out to outreaches, places
to do
where there is
it.
no clinic.
Right.
So we use this one. It's the handheld one. So with the handheld slit lamp, again, it's the same thing as the one in the clinic. So like that, I just look through, I look at your eye, then I see your eye. If there is a problem with it, I can see it this way. If it's fine, then I move to the other one.
So they tried this thing with me, yeah?
Yeah.
And they saw that, I don't know how to explain it in your words, but my eye anatomy is sort of different. So they had to make me go and do the glaucoma test all over and over and over,
Okay.
and everything was fine.
Okay.
Because they were like, it's either the eye anatomy or they asked so many questions about glaucoma. Yeah.
Okay, so that is the other ones. We'll look at that. This is for, because this is at the outreach session, it's been decoupled from this.
Right.
That is for there. So we'll look at it in a minute. So with that, we'll look at the other eye. Again, the same way. If it's fine, then it's okay. Then now, like you talked about, this is for checking the pressure in the eye.
In the eye.
So all these they've been given the portable one, so it makes it easier. So when you go out on outreaches, you'll be able to check all these things.
So
as you can
is this
see,
the one that you can do the dun, dun,
yes.
dun, dun?
So as you can see, that is the
clicker,
yes. Then the readings will display here.
Yeah.
So once we get let's try and see, get one reading. So please just look straight ahead, and then you get one reading. Look straight ahead. Okay. Then you move, it gets telling you to repeat it.
It feels like it's snapping my eye.
Yeah.
Like a picture.
Yes.
With a little flash.
Okay. So this is the pressure on the eye. So it says the pressure on your eye is 17. And then we know that it's between 10 and then 20 or 21. So once we get these things, then we know the pressure in the person's eye is okay. Then now we move to the ophthalmoscope. That's the one they used to look at this. So with this one, we use this to look at the nerve at the back of the eye to see if it is fine. If we look at it and then there's a problem with the nerve, that's when they would ask you to do
all
other
the
tests.
plenty tests.
Yeah. So that's the ophthalmoscope too. Okay, and then we also have the autoref, and then it's a keratometer, because we are mostly doing cataract surgeries. With the cataract, once the person develops cataract, it means the lens in the eye is cloudy and it has to be replaced. So we use this in conjunction with another scan called the A scan to determine what we will use to replace the lens with.
Right, but can you see cataracts just by looking at someone?
Yes.
If it's
with
quite
that,
matured.
yes, with that, when you use the slit lamp, you get a magnified image of the person's eye, and then you can see the lens in there to determine the cataract. Sometimes, so depending on how mature it is, as he's saying, even with just a torchlight, you can see if you know what cataract is. So, like I said, this is also an autoref. Assuming when we finish reading, your vision was substandard, maybe somewhere 680. With this, we can get the power of your glasses. At the same time, we can use this tool in determining the replacement for the lens in the eye. So these are some of the things we do anytime we are in the screen. And then we have in outreaches, then we have 2 other tests because they are scans and then the way they are, so we couldn't display them. But we also do the A scan, and then we do the B scan too to determine what the person would need, such that cataract surgeries that cure blindness possess, we go for, we make sure that it is tailored for the individual, so that each person, whatever we are giving or putting into each person's eye is what is supposed to be put in there, such that after the surgery, the vision will be very okay.
Right.
So
I mean, this has been very interesting, and it's a very great conversation that we had, and it's all about the World Sight Day, which is tomorrow. So if you listen to everything that I say, it's actually very important for you to take precaution to avoid blindness, because like Doc said, some of this actually can be avoided, and one of the leading cause or some of the leading cause of blindness in Ghana is glaucoma and cataracts, and some of these things can actually be avoided before it gets to a stage of blindness that cannot be reversed. So please take your eyesight seriously. But Doc, how can people reach out to you? Like, if anybody wants to support this project, how can people reach out?
I hope that's a very important question. In fact, we are planning to raise about $10 million. And then that will be matched by another philanthropist. So once I'm here, I'm sure before I leave here, I need to get $1 million from all of you. And so that's how we do it. I mean, we go out to the community. We ask for, it doesn't matter if it's $5, $10, $1. We don't mind. And it is from around the world. So we put those monies together, and that's what we use to solve problems around the world. So that is the way that, that is one way of making sure that we get. So later on, I'm sure I will come in. But then the point is that we can prevent blindness by working together. So it's not only cure blindness, it's the media, it's also very important. It's the Ghana Health Service, Ministry of Health, and the individuals. So we are empowering the individual to make sure that they check their eyes. And for me, I always tell them that check their eyes on your birthday.
On your birthday?
Yes, once a year, check your eyes. There's another policy that is being developed in the country, tissue donation. Apart from the cataract and the glaucoma, people are also getting cornea scar. And we have
in their cornea.
And yes, and then we have.
How does it scar?
We know we have trachoma in the northern parts, and so that can lead to a scar. We get a lot of accidents, eye trauma, and end up getting a scar. You can have abrasion, even can come from maybe a cut from your fingernails or anything rubbing. So once the scar is developed, then we have to do transplant. But we are now developing the policy and then also going to Parliament to pass the law. So we are entreating that the government will listen to us, listen to the ministry, and quicken the pace so that we can first develop the policy and then go ahead to get the legislation.
All right.
that is one area we are working.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Doctor. It was really nice having this conversation with you. Nafis, thank you for the demonstration and everything that you brought here. Well, it's all about the World Sight Day, and a big thank you to Cure Blindness Project for coming here to talk about it and demonstrate on how some of these things work, and also reminding us that it's important for us to check our eyesight, okay? Because you can actually avoid blindness just by checking. And the earlier you check, you know, the earlier it can be worked on if there is any problem. Anyway, now it's time for us to move into the entertainment highlight of the day, and we'll be right back.
Welcome, Akwaba, Obake, Wezo. Bienvenue to Entertainment Highlights on Breakfast Daily, proudly brought to you by Ghana Weekend. My name is Dede Davis. Now let's delve into some stories. Lady Denta Amwatin is urging more Ghanaians to become members of the Grammy Recording Academy to strengthen the country's chances at the prestigious awards. The process of the Grammy Awards is that you have to be a member of the Recording Academy to vote. It is not voted by Harvey Mason Jr., it is voted by producers, musicians, people in that industry. So more of us Ghanaians have to join the membership to be able to vote, she said. According to her, joining the Recording Academy is very easy. You need 2 references, someone to verify that you are who you are, one that is already a member of the Academy, and one that is not, so they can recommend that you are a producer or a musician. Denta added that she would embark on a campaign to get more Ghanaians invited to join the Academy, which currently has over 16,000 members, including more than 13,000 voting members. Moving on, collaborations are very healthy in the entertainment industry because they foster creativity. And on that note of collaboration, Ghanaian highlife musician Kwabna Kwabna has finally confirmed that the longer-awaited remix of his timeless hit song Aso is ready, and it features 2 of Ghana's most celebrated artists, Stonebwoy and Kofi Kinata. Charlie, it's all cooked and done, Kwabna Kwabna said. We are making preparations for its release. Of course, we'll release this by all means before December. He said this in an interview on Hits FM with Kwame Dazi on Monday, October 6, 2025. Kwabna Kwabna also disclosed that this remix marks the beginning of a special celebration of his music career as he hits a remarkable 20 years in the industry. From one musician to the other, Ghanaian highlife singer Akwabwa has assured fans that he is in perfect health, dismissing persistent rumors about his well-being. The I Do Love You hitmaker, who married last year, has recently faced comments from fans suggesting he looks pale or unwell in photos posted online. Some even hinted that marriage might be taking a toll on him. But Akwabwa says those assumptions are unfounded. In an interview on Adum TV monitored by Ghana Weekend on Tuesday, October 7, the award-winning singer addressed the issue head-on. Yes, I am very well, pa. By the grace of God, I am very well, he stated confidently. Akwabwa concluded by emphasizing that health and self-contentment matter far more than meeting public expectations. Body changes are normal, he said. What matters most is staying healthy and feeling good. His calm response and transparency have since drawn praise from fans who appreciate his grounded attitude amid ongoing public scrutiny.
Ghana for saying tapo. Ghana for saying tapo. Me I show that to me.
Oh, Mati. Now have me maybe it's in your below. That 10 years ago, 12 years ago. Obi only be him say no me. Like 18 years ago, the whole music industry they move for. And you only say oh ya kola watch your phone in Naruto. But I am more question visa Ghana for saying till 10 years ago na me bodo obi e hu say na me. Me ba why we ni hu say afedi am so na visa. In a nutshell, me buy it say. Na me ado me ho.
In other entertainment stories, and this is about women supporting women, 30-year-old Nigerian singer Tems is empowering the next generation of African women in music. In July 2025, she launched the Leading Vibe Initiative, a mentorship and training platform dedicated to empowering African women in music. Designed for women aged 18 to 35, the program provides opportunities for producers, managers, and engineers to gain visibility in a male-dominated space. According to her, there are so many talented women who can be producers, managers, audio engineers, but are not visible, and she wants to make them visible and create a space where she can redefine the perspective of women in music.
Maybe it's because I'm a woman and I remember my journey and I remember all the things that I had to go through, but I really want to help women to create a tangible space in all industries, especially music, but not just in music, in entrepreneurship, in tech, in business. I think it's important, and I want to give women the opportunity to redefine what people know, not just in music, but in a lot of industries.
And now to the international front. Grammy Award-winning rapper Cardi B has allegedly agreed to pay her estranged husband Offset multi-million-dollar spousal support as part of their ongoing divorce settlement, with a surprising 70-30 asset split in his favor. The news, which surfaced on several entertainment outlets and gossip platforms, has ignited widespread discussion online. Many fans expressed disbelief that Cardi would concede such terms, with others speculating that the rapper accepted the deal to avoid a prolonged legal battle. Neither Cardi B nor Offset has publicly commented on the reported settlement details. However, insiders allegedly says Cardi B's decision may have been influenced by a desire to end the turmoil and move forward.
So that was the entertainment segment. That is GhanaWeekend.com, our entertainment segment that came to you live, and that was done by Dede Davis. But with Chris Carter's conversation, Cure Ghana, cureblindness.org. That is www.cureblindness.org. You can go there for all the information that she shared with you on the show when we were pushing the agenda for the blindness project, and that was done to commemorate the World Sight or World Blindness Day. Well, today on the show again, we are talking about something very important, because you've been in the organization for a very long time, mental health issues, and you've been thinking, what really can I do for myself? I've been thinking a lot in my organization, deadlines, I'm not well when it comes to my mental health and all that. But there is a summit coming up. That is a Ghana Health and Labor Summit, which will be tomorrow. But in studio for us to have details of whatever the summit is about is Manuel Cranton. He is the Executive Director of Mental Pulse Africa. And we have Alexander Kelvin Smith, who is the Communications Lead for Mental Pulse Africa. You are welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you so
much. How are you doing?
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you.
Executive Director, Mental Pulse. Tell us about Mental Pulse.
Well, thank you very much, Philip. It's great to be here at Channel One Television. This is actually my first time entering your spunking new studio. It's a really brilliant place. Talking about Mental Pulse Africa, well, this, in short, is an employee mental health and well-being advocacy organization. It's the very first of its kind in Ghana, and I dare say in West Africa. And the organization was born out of my personal experience, having worked in Ghana as well as in the UK. Now, essentially, my experience here, if I put that against what I do in the UK, shows me a stark difference in terms of the emphasis or the primacy that is put on the employee's well-being, whether it is mental health or physical health, as it relates holistically to their productivity at the workplace. And so, working and living in the UK, I thought, you know what, having experienced this, let me take that back home and make sure that for the hundreds of thousands of workers, if not millions of them, who work across the country, we begin to make employee well-being and their mental health, the mainstay of conversations around employment in the country. So that's what we're all about at Mentor Pulse Africa. And we are doing this, you know, through a number of things. For instance, we're doing outreaches, we're doing presentations, we're doing, you know, seminars, and what we're going to talk about this morning, which is the Ghana Health and Labour Summit.
But before that, what were some of the things you identified? Well, there is a gap. Ghana, UK, things you identified that at least could be done better in this country to at least help employees who would wake up every morning and come to work, spend about 8 hours, if not more, at a particular workplace just to keep body and soul together.
Absolutely. Well, look, you know me. I used to work in a media space pretty much just as yourself, and you know how hectic our schedules are. I, for instance, used to do the 6 a.m. news on a radio station. I should say with Joy FM. So, you know, you do very, very long hours, strenuous really. Plus, for people like yourself, Chris, myself, you know, who are really passionate about the job, you tend to sometimes overcompensate. You tend to sometimes give too much of yourself to the job. And the essence of that is you begin to live to work rather than work to live, because the work is supposed to be a component of your entire life as a human being. In my case, in the past, the work became my life. And it all culminated into a very serious condition, and I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. Because of that, and this has got absolutely nothing to do with my employers, because at the time, I reckon that I received even so much more support than many others across the country. But I was not eating well. You know, you're surviving on energy drinks. You're surviving on, you know, fruit juices, fizzy drinks. You are doing Indomie at 11 p.m. You know, that sort of thing.
You're always awake.
You're always awake, you know, really sedentary lifestyles because you're behind the PC for long hours and all of those things. You're not exercising, you're not sleeping. And let nobody lie to you that sleep is for the weak or the lazy people. Sleep is the body's own way of, you know, rejuvenating and self-regulating. So you need to do sleep. I was not doing a lot of that. So I ended up with type 2 diabetes. And then having left Ghana and you know, working in the UK, I realized that, oh, actually, no. You know, sometimes I was doing 50, 60 hours a week of work, you know, Sunday to Sunday. You know, there needs to be proper structures to make sure, so in the UK, the work week is typically between 37.5 hours to 40 hours a week if you're doing 8 to 5 jobs. So in Ghana, I don't know. I don't know what time people close from work. You know, apart from folks in the government sector who know that they close at 4 or 5. For a lot of us, the job is really endless. You take work to your bed. You are doing your morning show host. You'll be doing research on your bed at midnight and all of that. So that is what we're trying to.
I really like this initiative, and I must say I'm very pleased that you people have taken up this challenge to deal with the issues of employees. Let's come to you, Alexander. So let's talk about the summit itself. What does it hold? What are the things you're going to see at the summit? Who and who will be attending the summit? The focus of the summit.
So awesome. As Manos rightly said, Ghana Health and Labour Summit. It's between Mentor Pulse and partnership with the University of Ghana School of Public Health. And we'll be having the Honorable Minister for Labour and Employment Relations as the special guest of honor, who will be addressing, giving a keynote address. And also, because we're having it on the campus, we'll be having the Vice Chancellor of University of Ghana also giving an address at the event, at the summit. So most likely we have been specialized and experts who are into the health and labor conversations, who will be shaping up the conversations in drawing up policies for future references for government to take up on. So that's mainly what the summit is about.
And what time is it starting?
It starts 9 a.m. at the University of Ghana Medical Center auditorium. There'll be a free health screening exercise as well, so we entreat people to come on time at exactly 9 a.m. And when we start I think the 9 a.m. is the free health screening bit, and the event itself starts at 10 a.m. proper.
Are we supposed to pay something?
Oh, no, it's a free event.
Free?
Yeah.
This is absolutely paid for by the blood of Jesus. So you don't have to worry about payment, yes.
It's a free event, and you just have to register by visiting our website, mentorpulseafrica.com. So when you visit, there's a registration section there where you could register and then attend.
So, Mano, I just want to find out from you, from what you've seen, what you've studied, what you've observed, do you think that people are in the workplaces and they are not excited, they are not happy, but they are just keeping going because at the end of the month they know that they'll receive something?
Absolutely. Look, the current situation that we have in Ghana is not a case of thriving. Employees are not thriving. Just 1 in 10 employees in Ghana are thriving in their current employment. And that's according to the 2025 Gallup report, which samples the state of the global workplace. In Ghana, 1 in 10. So if you are, in this room, I can count to close to 10 people.
Yeah.
So I don't know which one of us is happy working, but so a lot of us are not thriving in Ghana in our workplaces. What's worse, 7 out of 10 workers in Ghana are actively looking for a new opportunity to move out of their current job. So, of course, if you have people who are not excited and are not thriving in their workplaces, they definitely are going to be sampling options, and that's what's happening currently. And you get a sense that this affects productivity, because if people are not, happy or satisfied or what have you in their workplaces, it seeps through. There's presenteeism. People are sat behind their desks. A job that they're supposed to use, say, 30 minutes to do, they end up using 6 hours to do. That's affecting the company's bottom line. So instead of organizations thinking about this as, an extra layer of cost, an extra line item of expenditure, we need to begin thinking about it as an investment. We're investing into productivity. Once the employees are thriving, then it translates into productivity for us. And the reason we're using the theme mobilizing against non-communicable diseases, the role of workplaces in safeguarding employee well-being, is that, look, 1 in 2 deaths in the country are currently linked to non-communicable diseases. So you can talk about diabetes, hypertension, and all of the cardiovascular diseases that you can name. And that's scary.
Very scary.
Do you know what I mean? That's incredibly scary. And what's even worse is that all of these things are preventable. They're absolutely preventable, save for a few that are perhaps, hereditary and what have you. But those ones are really in the minority, right? So these are preventable stuff. Why don't we, if we know that the employee is spending up to a third of their day in the workplace, why don't we begin
and even some weekends?
Some weekends. And
in the media space, you can actually not take away weekends as well, because weekends you're actually here working. Over the weekend, I was here working.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it, Philip.
You would have to work, and you have to stay through to like 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and you go home, you have just a little sleep, you have to come back. You're juggling with other things, family, work, and other additional things you would have to do. So it makes life very tough. I like this initiative.
The script is the same. We just have different actors with different people across the entire country. Whether it is banking, whether it is media, as you've just said, whether it's even construction, factory work, whatever. People watch it, sell it. You know what I mean? People are working extremely long hours.
So you should take time to rest.
Take time to rest. And there's this thing that has become, we've glamorized stress and extensive working.
You need to work hard.
So you need to work hard. So if you're not giving 12 hours of your day, which is half your entire day, you are lazy at work.
That's a beautiful one. Please join them tomorrow at the University of Ghana.
At the University of Ghana. Just before we go, Philippa, we need to appreciate our kind partners and sponsors who are making this possible for us. So, Smith, do you want to mention something?
Yeah, so with the sponsors and partners, definitely the Mental Health Authority, ARCIS Communications, Eco Africa Network, Melbourne Capital, She Unfolds Initiative. So these are various partners and sponsors.
Beautiful. So join them at the Ghana Health and Labour Summit. That is tomorrow. And in studio, Manuel Kranti, who is the Executive Director for Mentor Pulse Africa, and also Alexander Kevin Smith, who is also the lead communications lead for Mentor Pulse Africa. Please join them and get to know something, get to learn something, how best you can go about your day-to-day activities when it comes to working, so you do not break down. It's very important. As an employee, you must not break down. Also, the employers must do the needful when it comes to these things. Good initiative there. But quickly before we go, a birthday message coming through, and no gift could match the gift you are. A sister bright as ever. Your wisdom deep, and wishing you happy birthday, my dearest. May the joy and peace be never end. This is Deborah Na Ajite of the Ghana Water Limited. This is coming from your brother Jacob Ajite here at Channel 1 TV and City FM. That's how I wrap up today's edition of Breakfast Daily here on Channel 1 TV. I am Philip Nilate. The show was started by Nanatufo Boateng, and also Chris Carter did this with me. Many thanks for your time. Keep watching Channel 1 TV.